But do we know it was that bad? Because she brought it home. We don't know if she like waited a couple days and then made the video type thing.
We sponsored by Sunrise, bro. That is nasty.
Bro. That's where smash it, like having in the
that kind of smash.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine you just.
That's a W look though. That's a W look.
Yeah. If I'm in a spot and then all of a sudden somebody pulls out a phone on me, I'm getting for sure.
But it's only
freaking fat.
But it's only a
As long as you let her win.
Oh yeah.
Vegas, I'm gonna get at you for that still.
Yeah.
Use AI, keep it low key.
Yeah. At the end,
You actually said, I don't want to misquote you.
The consumers of culture, we're not good consumers of culture.
Yeah. Horrible take. Also.
But you said we're having a problem with live shows. If we were good consumers of culture, we would have live shows every week.
that's the one Toronto man on the Rolling Loud.
To Sarissa.
This is we love hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Not we hate hip hop.
No, we love it.
Because it sounds like a lot of hate.
But I feel like you want just like blind support and like we can't be critical at all or else we're hating. And
Random video, bro. Like, why are we even talking about
But
that?
we
That's
picked up his album as well.
corny. Put an echo on my voice. Corny.
We love hip hop.
Live on the POVs.
guys, this is what One Take Jake really looks like. We brought him up to the forefront today.
Right?
You're on my POV right now, Jake. Hell yeah. It's the BTS.
No, we live now. Record button is on.
Okay.
We got the homie one T. Lucas. I was about to say One Take Lucas in the building. Oh man,
What's good? What's popping, man?
what's popping?
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too, brother. Well, I'm gonna give you a proper introduction once we get to the intro of the pod.
Mhm.
But we do have pre-topics. I got a pre-topic for you guys here. Sunrise. I don't know if I've ever spoken to Sunrise with you guys, or I haven't spoken about Sunrise with you, Lucas, but with you guys.
The Caribbean restaurant
Yes,
chain?
the Caribbean
Not
restaurant.
since I've been here, but they have gotten viral multiple times for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You know?
The saga continues. So I'm going to pull something up over here. One Take Jake, if you could help me out here. Oh, I don't even have that plugged in. My bad.
Oh man, Friday's wild. But speaking of business, we were talking about businesses earlier. You know what I mean? And running ads and stuff. And like, do you think it's easy to thrive as a business in Toronto? Like just based on the infrastructure and how just like how the laws are set up, how the city is set up, how the people are set up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is it easy to thrive? No.
Easy's a crazy word.
but it's possible.
Okay, before we get into that, because that's going to be a question that needs to be asked after you see this video here. And this is courtesy of Paris from Toronto. She breaks it down.
Rated restaurants in Toronto, and this is what they served me. They just flinged a stale-ass dumpling and festival in a brown bag and called it a day. There's no way this shit was cooked fresh sounding like this. Like, why am I fighting for my life to pull apart this dumpling? And I called them earlier that day to ask them if they made everything fresh, and this is what the lady said.
Yes, we cook fresh every day.
Every day.
You cook fresh every day with your plantain look like plantain chips. Look at that. What is that? The fact that someone saw this and still put it in a bag and sold it to me is insane. I spent $40 on this entire meal and nothing was edible. And yet, the lady still sat there and said,
Yes, we cook fresh every day.
Every day.
the coleslaw smelled like open booty cheeks.
Oh my God.
That's the
We love hip hop.
The butter beans were straight out of the can, undercooked. It wasn't cooked at all, actually. And it was quite literally impossible for me to even try to consume the oxtail the way it was taught.
We love hip hop.
Oh my God.
What is all this? As a Caribbean person, I cannot stand for this shit. Like, imagine somebody goes into Sunrise thinking they're getting authentic Jamaican food, and this is what they're served. I'm actually pissed. The oxtail was talking back to me.
Yes, we cook fresh
The oxtail's
every day.
still alive?
I still can't believe this dumpling. I decided to go to one of the worst rated restaurants
That's
in
crazy.
Toronto, and
Yikes.
But so
Yikes.
This is
my
what
my
they
question
serve.
is,
They just-
because this is not like the first video. This is like the 1,000th Sunrise video.
How they still
How are they
operating?
still open, fam? Like, look at this. Look at the oxtail, fam. Y'all seen the oxtail? It look like rubber, but they still managed to stay open. Multiple franchises across the city. And listen, I'm not here to bash them to make them close down, but like, they might need to do some kind of like upgrade in their food, fam, because they're just getting away with murder at this point.
But do we know it was that bad? Because she brought it home. We don't know if she like waited a couple days and then made the video type thing.
We sponsored by Sunrise, bro. That is nasty,
bro.
I'm not sponsored by Sunrise, but you know I do have partnerships with Scotty Bonds. Shout out Scotty Bonds if you want some. But I can't even say they're authentic Caribbean as well because, well, a lot of the chefs are Caribbean, but it's not owned by Caribbean people.
Well, these are all franchises, right?
Yes.
So technically anyone could just own a Sunrise or a Ritz or a Scotty Bonds.
True.
So the
Interesting
quality
point.
control might be different from like cultural perspective.
The franchise Jamaican spots are out. They're bow, broski. Like they don't. None of them are good, fam. You have to go to like. Okay, if you go like Eglinton West, right by Allen there or whatever, then you see what they have to have the Dutch pot, like not the Dutch pot, you know, like that big.
We talking about Henry's?
I think that's over there. There's a few of them over there.
The Henry's.
But you know, like those
Henry's
big
the grill, like
yeah,
with
the
cover.
huge, the huge grill. I don't remember
Jake.
exactly what it's called, but if that's not outside of the Jamaican spot, then like I don't really want the food.
When you see the drum.
Yeah, exactly,
You know.
exactly.
Okay, but you just mentioned Henry's, Lucas, and that's like more of an independent. They don't have a franchise. Like, okay, if they fuck up, they fucked up. Sunrise, I'm not going to mention Scotty Bonds partnership, you know what I'm saying? And their food's good. I've never seen a Scotty Bonds, yo, walk on with the food there, Bridget.
exactly.
Like, it's always Sunrise, like over and over again, yet they stay open. Somebody's going there, fam.
You know what I want to ask Friday? See what the barrier of entry to franchise a Sunrise restaurant. Because, okay, for example, if you want to franchise a McDonald's, they make you go to McDonald's University. There's all these protocols and you get a consistent experience every time you go to different McDonald's, you know? So I wonder if it's just like a low barrier of entry where it's like, yo, just give us 20 bands, this, that, buy the ingredients and anyone could do it. Or if they have like a strict training protocol.
You see the franchise protocol for Chick-fil-A? You have to work there for X amount of years. And
Really?
It's only an employee who currently works at Chick-fil-A can open a franchise.
Or you can't just
that's crazy.
get in there as an investor.
Nah. You got to work there.
Yeah, because they have a culture that they sell, right?
Right.
Like we're not open on Sundays. This smile, this, that. Like, so
Right?
that's why it's probably better than Sunrise.
That's why it's
yeah. One take, Jake, if you can hit number, put this up on the screen for me over here. So here's the steps to make sure, and this is for Sunrise, right? You must have at least 1 to 2 successful company-owned locations, consistent food quality and customer demand, clear
brand identity.
But I'm not. The reason I stopped reading those because I don't feel like those are the requirements. Required in Canada and the US.
Advice.
Includes fees, franchise agreements.
This is just like, okay, wait, 20 to 50.
How much? 20 to 50.
20 to 50 Canadian
That's not
one
that,
time.
Bro.
It's not a lot.
20 is first and last.
I feel like that would be a great way to launder money. Just open a Sunrise. No one's gonna like look twice.
I was gonna say it has to be up front for something still,
right? Yo, just swing us 20 bands and like.
I seen a video. But speaking of front, I seen a video one time of people smashing in the like employee in the back or whatever.
For what? To get bad food, bro? You're gonna get cheese when you get home. Like, this is what I robbed, bro?
Imagine
no, I mean, like the employees were smashing, like having sex in the
that kind of smash.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine you just but I rate it because imagine you just cooked up the worst jerk chicken and a girl still wants to give you some naans after. Like, you gotta have some game for that.
Yeah. Damn. No, well, listen, man. I don't know, bro. I've seen too many Sunrise videos for there to still be Sunrise videos. You would think at this point they would have changed it because it's not like they don't see the tags, bro. People tag them, these guys.
And I'm willing to bet it's not like Caribbean diaspora that's going to Sunrise. So it has to be like a different segment of the Canadian population.
It's probably just like whoever's in the area and they want Caribbean inspired food, you know?
This might be on us, the whites. I think we're keeping Sunrise in business.
You might have unlocked that, bro.
Some white uncles with
you might have unlocked the chamber because like
with
you guys,
androids. They definitely have androids.
Yeah, because you guys are more hip. You guys can tell the difference between a good Caribbean spot and a bad Caribbean spot. I would assume at this point.
Yes,
no? Right? But like Brad, who just came in from Coburg, might be like, "Where's the best place to go?" Well, it says on the website on Google, go to Sunrise.
You know, it's for like those liberal whites that want to participate in Black culture, but they're scared to go to like the real Jamaican spot where they're gonna get grilled.
They don't go to the hood.
Yeah. So they're like, let's just go Sunrise or Ritz.
It must be, bro.
But I will say this: between the franchises that I'm aware of, I do think Scotty Bonds has like the cleanest tasting food. I don't know if it's most authentic or whatever, but like consistently clean.
One time, when Chanchia was out here performing, like I'm locked in with the DJ or whatever, so like we were making content, and then I ordered food for them, but it was mad late. So the only Jamaican spot that was open was Scotty Bonds. And like they're from New York, you know what I mean? So I wasn't sure. I'm like, oh, but they're rocking with the food still. So you know, that's a W for them. Also,
got the Shenzia cosign.
I like other good spots is the Real Jerk is good.
Are these franchises or these are just one-offs?
Roy Woods.
Roy Woods? I don't know.
Roy Woods. They got a franchise. Right?
They do. Yeah, they're in malls now and stuff.
But the
Liberty
Real Jerk,
Village, Liberty Village, and on Ossington there too. There's two of them.
And
Fort
Union
York.
Station.
And Union Station.
But also for the Real Jerk, there's 2 locations. So I'm not sure if it's a franchise or if the man just opened 2.
Real Jerk, are you talking about the one that used to be on Queen and Broadview and then they moved down a little bit further afterwards?
They're
right?
like the
Gerard?
one, yeah, the one that Drake and Rihanna did the video.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a franchise.
Suits
That's
is
still
Real
there.
Jerk.
That's still there, no?
It's I don't know if about franchise. It's still there,
Yeah.
but I don't know about a franchise because they only really had like the 1 or maybe 2
Yeah,
in
that
the
2
whole
locations.
city.
I feel
know
you
what
got
I'm
to
saying?
have 3 to be a franchise.
And listen, I don't want to diss, even though I guess I'm about to diss. Mr. Jerk, don't get it twisted with Mr. Jerk and Real Jerk.
No, Mr. Jerk is bow ya bow. Hold on.
Nah.
I didn't say it.
Holy moly.
I don't want to diss, but
Yo, no Jamaican spot should be hanging the pigs in the window. Like we don't do that. You know what I mean? So once you see that, you know it's not authentic.
Even there's a spot, funny enough, it's called Jerk King. You know, it's nasty, but it's 24 hours.
They might be watching right now.
I hope they are. Get better.
Yo, one time I brought a shotty to Miss Liquomore's, you know what I mean? Because I see,
You guys
TikTok.
are pulling out some names, bro.
Yo, but this is supposed to be one of those upscale cuisine type Jamaican spots. Yo, the oxtail was fine. It was very good. But yo, it was like $1.50 for the meal, you know what I mean? Like
for
it's
2 people?
And 2 drinks?
Bro, it's mad expensive still, but I don't want to do that because also like, how come like the white man's could give you like a 2-piece of escargot, but you get like a nice piece of oxtail and you don't want to pay $150 for that? You know what I mean? So I feel like you know what I mean? I seen someone complaining about have you seen the Canadian Dragons Den? Where he's talking about the beef patties.
Yeah.
Because he's charging them for $5 and he's like,
I wouldn't pay more than $2.50 or something.
Yeah, but the argument to be made, and listen, I might sound like an Uncle Tom for making this argument, is that a lot of that food originates from what we had available. So like, you're selling what we used to deem or what the white man used to deem as our scraps as gourmet. Freaking oxtail for freaking $40 or $20 a plate. Like, come on, Bridget.
But how come oxtail, jerk, chicken, curry, that's not considered like, oh, we could pay top dollar for that, but might as well pay top dollar for snails and like pig butt and all this, like all this crazy
why
shit.
isn't it considered luxury?
You know what I mean? Like,
oxtail is top tier.
Because to juxtapose that, I went to you know the CN Tower, the restaurant at the top of the CN Tower?
360.
Yeah, 360. Okay, I went there one time, and yo, that is super expensive. But the portions are mad small, and like the food wasn't that smacking to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like
You pay for the view, dog.
you do pay for the view.
Yeah.
You do pay for the
That should be rotate.
You know who I blame, bro? I blame the French, bro, because they made their cuisine like the top of the line luxurious, but I'd rather some General Tao chicken
You know what I mean?
or oxtail or a ham or even a smash burger or whatever than some of this French food that I've seen. Like, oh, caviar escargot is so sophisticated. And it's like,
That
bro,
frog wash it. It's weird.
no one's trying to eat that food.
creme de la creme.
Weird.
But they just like
fuck?
align themselves with, I guess, design or like luxury wealth.
I can't lie to on the French. When I was in Paris, you can stumble into any restaurant. 10 out of 5.
Just the quality.
And they're open all night. 3 in
Really?
the morning, like steak dinner, some like everything's booming.
Next level type shit. Like,
Yeah.
but the food good though.
Paris has phenomenal.
Is it like pastries and stuff or just regular
No.
food?
I said pastry.
Like bringing the croissants?
The baguettes are there,
Yeah.
okay? But no, the food's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Okay.
See, we gotta expand our
If you're trash,
horizons.
you get closed down. They don't go. These guys are snobs. They don't play. If it's the second it's shit, it's cut.
Okay, before we get off the food topic, I'm not sure what your situation is, whatever. But if you guys are gonna bring a shotty to one restaurant in the city, where are you bringing her? This is a
Good
shotty
question.
you're rocking with. You like her. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you don't want to break the bank, but you're trying to impress her a little bit. You know what I mean?
So are we talking about a first date or are we talking, you said
first date.
First date?
What's her background? It does make a difference. It does make a difference.
That's a good. Okay, you could choose like whoever your ideal shorty is at this moment. You know, you could say her background and where you would bring her.
Yo, listen, I just brought my girl from Mexico.
Okay.
Latina shorty, okay? And the first time she was here, we went to the Keg Mansion.
Oh, okay.
That was the first place I brought her. So that's my answer.
No,
It
Keg
was
Mansion.
booming.
No, that's
And it was
a good one. That's a good one.
That's a guaranteed hit.
Because the regular
Yeah,
Keg,
they don't miss.
but Keg Mansion,
Mansion's
that's different. That's
Yeah,
different.
Keg
They don't
Mansion
miss.
might
So
be.
that's my answer.
Okay, if I had a shorty that was just like Canadian but mixed, I would probably take her to like this Korean spot. It's called Nakwan. It's by Young and Finch.
Okay.
It's nice, bro. Because you know what? You get your order, but they have these unlimited like hors d'oeuvres that they bring with like kimchi and like different like bean sprouts and stuff, but it's unlimited. So it's like you have a wide range of options. Girls like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, like girls would order fries from one spot and like sauce from another. You know what I'm saying? So it's the range and it's well priced and it's healthy. And it's also you're not breaking the bank. So Nakwan, Young and Finch.
Okay.
How about you? Yeah.
Well, I only eat. I'm not gonna say I only eat Caribbean food, but I like to mostly eat Caribbean food. So when I date shotties, they be getting tired, you know. But like, so I'm definitely taking them to a Caribbean spot. I used to take them to the Real Jerk, and I was like, oh yeah, this is where Drake did this video. You know what I mean? But like,
pulling up the video, we're sitting right here.
But like
the RZA.
But how it looks in there, like you can't really dress up to the nines, you know what I mean? So like now I kind of decided to miss Liquimores because like you still get the Caribbean food, but the ambiance in there, like it still feels like a nice restaurant or whatever. And you're still spending, like she sees the bill come out and she still sees that you spent a little bit. And I still get my Caribbean food. So no, these days, like
that's crazy.
Shorties playing 4D chess, bro.
Shorties they don't want to go to Jackasters. They don't want to go none of that shit, bro. Not even Joey's.
Listen, I got one for you. You know what's dope? Is a Korean barbecue.
Yes.
Because they bring all the food out and there's an activity now.
Yeah,
now
shared.
You're working together.
Yeah.
To get it done.
I like Gayubi. That's my favorite Korean grill place.
Yeah.
Gayubi.
Okay, I'll try
it's
that.
an activity like
I don't really like trying other cultures, but I should though. I should.
Open your horizons.
What about you, Friday? Where you bring it?
Dave and Buster's.
No, I rated
No, because it's not about the food, it's about the experience.
No, but he said a restaurant.
No.
Okay,
yeah, but there's food there.
You should do
You might as well take her to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, instead of Dave and Buster's, though,
come on.
what's that spot by the CN Tower? The arcade.
Yeah, the arcade. What's it called? Rec room.
Rec
Rec room. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
Rec
thought that was a Dave and Buster's for some reason.
No, you should bring it there because the CN Tower is right there. The amazing views. It's a little expensive in there. I know from experience. You know, and then like you still have the activities and stuff.
You got the games and stuff like that. You can get some food, but like, here's the thing, and here's my mind state. If this is like a first does, you don't want to get too full. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true.
So you want to get the activities up. You want to make sure that the belly's full, but not too full where it's like you can't have no sex.
But you also have to be like aware, like you're Friday Ricky Dread, right? So imagine a man walks by and you just see Friday playing one of those games. So it's like, are you cool with that with a shorty? Like this might not be your shorty, you know?
Shooting air balls on the fucking basketball game.
Nah, I think that's a W look. No, that's a W.
Yeah. If I'm in a spot and then all of a sudden somebody pulls out a phone on me, I'm getting pussy for sure.
But it's only it's only
as long as you let her win. As long as you let her win.
She has to be bad too. If you're with some mumpy and it's like Friday down bad and you're just playing basketball with this shorty, I don't know.
So Friday with the mumpy is crazy.
Airball. Listen, bro. I like you though. I like you some fluffies, bro.
Gee.
You know what I'm saying?
Man's getting ahead of it. No fun.
Okay, let's start the show.
That was actually hilarious.
Big salute to Kanye West, man. Let's get this shit started. You need that OJ back, bro.
I heard that. I thought it was part of the song.
No.
Sirens.
They're coming to get us. Let's get it poppin', man. We are the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast, Friday Ricky Tread, aka DJ Not a DJ Rick, aka I got no AKA.
Why so serious?
AKA why so serious?
Why you so serious, man? Yo, big salute to the building collection for this over here. We back at it, episode 653. We Love Hip Hop Studios. We got not the hip hop thrill today, but actually the hip hop thrill still. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Our guest co-host in the building today, manager extraordinaire, mover and shaker, connector of connections to other connections to make sure that people get into the right places they need to get to.
He's connected.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely connected. Toronto legend, I would also say too. You know what I'm saying? T. Lucas in the motherfucking building. Let's go.
Good to be here, man. Good to be here.
Welcome.
Look like a real bounty hunter.
Let's go.
Right? This is not One Take Jake, okay? This is the homie T. Lucas.
I walked in.
Shout out One Take Jake.
Little bro. Jake. Also, we have in the building the Turkish Thrill, DJ extraordinaire. You might see him in a locker room somewhere in the script, doing his damn thing, making some content. You know what I'm saying? With women. You know what I'm saying? You might see him on your YouTube screen making viral content as well as that Instagram stream.
Damn,
okay.
Son.
Mr. Burrow Sounds himself. DJ Czar in the motherfucking
Yes, sir.
building.
Yes, sir. DJ Czar, aka Burrow Sound, aka Young Shawarma, aka Zarly Kirk, aka Cheeseburger, aka The Ruiner. Back at it like a crack addict.
The Ruiner in the building. The Ruiner.
Good boys.
Welcome back, brother. Welcome back.
Yes,
Welcome back. And we also have in the building the shit disturber himself. You might see him on your Instagram screen, turning it up. You might see him running up the numbers. The following is just going crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? You might see him in the dance hall running his own dub plates.
Mud.
Natural! We got DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building.
You already know, hide your shotty, hide your wife. I will be doing content with them. And, looking forward to a good pod because we're talking a little bit earlier, and I wasn't too familiar with our guests, but just based off the energy, I'm like, okay, this might
put
be.
you on, don't worry.
This might be a legendary one still.
It will be.
We got a lot of hot takes to get to today, so make sure to hit that like button. If y'all are feeling generous out there, send us a hype so we can push this in the algorithm. Before I get to anything, I want to give a salute to some of the sponsors over here, starting with Exotic Hot Pot, from high grain strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials. Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking sessions in true 5-star fashion. If you want to get your hands on some of that Exotic Hot Pot, hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, or you can find them on their website, exotichotpot.ca. Also, new sponsor alert, I want to give a salute to AInewsdaily.ca.
Whoa.
Okay. It's a website that gives you AI-generated news across 1,000 plus topics, 96 global cities, and daily features, plus a VIP for subscribers, AI-generated images, tarot readings, natal charts, investment tips, bet predictions, and drill wars. A text and image-based life simulator game set in Toronto's drill scene. Okay.
What?
One VIP subscription unlocks it all. During our We Love Hip Hop promotion, all VIP subscribers receive a $250 USD wallet credit. Hit them up on their website. That's AI News Daily. That's www.ainewsdaily.ca.
That's interesting. I'm actually check that out.
Yeah.
This guy just dropped the new sponsor on us, like no warning, nothing. Like,
no, well, shit, man. I sent out some bags, so
I read it. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense now.
So man, them rock with AI now?
Yeah. We never said we never rocked with AI.
I use AI every single day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pay extra for ChatGPT Premium.
Fam, I've used AI in thumbnails.
Facts.
Straight up.
A lot of motherfuckers still using AI like it's Google though.
Yeah.
You be fucking up if you acting like it's Google.
Nah.
No, I embrace the AI. Couple more right over here. Big salute to Kensington Market Dispensary located at 25 Kensington Avenue. Exclusive location for 6 dispensaries, as well as Flavor Kings that I got over here on the table. A pack of that Flavor Kings. Kong Grabber Shakers, $5 grams, as well as 1050 Ps for real gas and amazing wholesale prices. Pen Shatter, Hash, the Loud or Loud Lean, actually. Edibles and whatever you need, they have it. Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Kensington_Market Dispensary, or you can find them on their Snapchat, Kensington Market Dispo. Last but not least, I want to give a big salute to Road Ready Detailing. That's over at 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. Okay, you can get your cars detailed, ceramics, wraps, tints, anything you need. I don't know if the tint special is still going on right now, but go check them out and see if that tint special is still going on for $99, all 4 windows. Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Toronto Road Ready Detailing. And again, that's 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. If you see the boy Dusty Wallace in there, let them know that We Love Hip Hop Boys sent you.
Shout out Dusty.
Yeah, big salute to Dusty Wallace, man. He should be back for the Monday episode. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into anything, gentlemen, how y'all been? How's y'all week been? Let's start with our special guest co-host. Where have you flown in from? When's the last place you've been? What artists you've been working with? Talk to us quickly before we get into like our topics and stuff.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man. I was gone.
Yeah.
Wow. Long story short, beginning of COVID, when they said you can't leave your house and they were closing the border, it was like a Hollywood movie, bro. I was on the plane out as the border was closing.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So, I've been in Mexico damn near 80% of the year for the last 5 years. But now I'm officially back. And I'm back with a fucking mission, too.
Sheesh.
Now, the Mexico trip, I seen that, but you came back and like a few months ago and you were already like moving around and touring around.
Yeah. I got back officially about 2 months ago. Did the grand opening of the new headquarters, Unknown Studio. Shout out my partner, Bunlo. He's been over there grinding. So it's officially, open now. It's a massive creative space. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 studio rooms. Let's build.
Yeah,
I got the 30 by fucking 24-foot green screen in that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's an event center attached to it. Like we're moving and shaking over there, man. Got some interesting shit going on.
No, dope. And
Sure.
we're gonna circle back and get some more information on what you got going on. But before we do that, DJ Zara, what's going on with your week?
Man, just regular, just working at the strippy and doing some content, doing some like DJ work, but like making mixes and stuff for people. And yeah, bro, just grinding, staying alive, staying healthy, being grateful.
Staying out of trouble.
Not staying out of trouble, but, welcoming the trouble with faith,
Yes.
Yeah, same old.
DJ Natural Wave, what's going on with you, brother?
I've been in hibernation mode, but after that crazy weekend with all them storms and stuff.
Holy shit.
I've just been maxing, relaxing, drinking all cool and shooting some beat
outside of the school.
I just been just editing, doing content and stuff. But just hibernation mode.
Well, actually, I saw you on my YouTube homepage the other day because the GTV interview came out.
Oh yeah.
And it was actually a really good interview.
Yes.
It's one of their most viewed videos as of recent. So big up yourself. And I actually thoroughly watched the whole...
Within like 20 hours.
Yeah, like you surpassed like 80% of their channel. Shout out GTV.
But it wasn't that difficult. So it wasn't that difficult. It's not like the numbers is not crazy. It's not a shot. It
was honestly a great interview. Everyone should check that out because I feel like you'll learn a lot about Natural, like if you don't know about like his Sound Clash history and stuff. And shout out Vegas and the other gentlemen too.
I do want to shout out Vegas especially because he did conduct an amazing interview and like I appreciate them for giving me a platform to like tell my story and like kind of get my ish off. So shout out to GTV.
Big up Vegas, but I don't rate the man used the Google Gemini for some of the questions.
Oh yeah,
Vegas, I'm gonna get at you for that still. You're gonna use AI, keep it low key.
Yeah, at the end, the man was asking me some chat GPT ass questions, bro. Like
really?
But he admitted
I ain't gonna say nothing because then it's gonna be like, oh, here comes Friday trying to diss the man. Them.
No, I guess we gotta utilize AI.
But the questions were alright still.
They were good questions.
These are thought provoking, but these have nothing to do with like my brand. But
what's your favorite pastime?
You know what I mean?
It was way more complicated. It's like Canada is known for being this, America is known for being that. What would you put like trade places? Like it was like complicated questions.
I had to get into politician mode real quick.
This guy had to go freaking call a lifeline and shit.
But big up Vegas, just
salute to them, and I will be a bigger man and go and watch it on their YouTube channel. I'll put a like. I don't put dislikes on their videos. You know what I'm saying? Like they do to mine. But
wow.
salute. Glad everybody's in. You know what I got to ask before we get into our topics? Because I got a list of topics and, we're going to be talking about some rappers and some rap and stuff like that. So I'm glad we have like a non-rapper here. So you can give us a unfiltered opinion or maybe an educated opinion on maybe the next business moves. But before that, you jumped in our comments the other day. I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer! Can we talk about that?
Sure.
Because we had a post talking about Toronto rap being dead. You disagree, sir?
Horrible take.
Why is that a horrible take? And what part of the take do you find horrible?
I was going to say respectfully, but not disrespectfully. Horrible take.
So give us.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, what part of the take was horrible? What did you not agree with?
All of it, actually. I can't think of one thing I agreed with. It was just all far from what I'm experiencing. I don't think it's dead. I think it's far from dead. I think there's a lot of artists in the city who are cooking, man. They're doing their fucking thing. Like Casper is doing 100,000 streams a day on the market.
Right.
Crazy. He's gonna do 7 figures this year. Watch. Pressa.
7 figures like views wise?
Fucking dollars.
Okay.
Yeah. Not loonies either.
Okay.
Pressa just dropped an album on a phenomenal press run.
Okay, see, and that's why I feel like you're just like
this guy's trying to get us packed.
Which we'll touch on.
Okay,
also.
continue.
We'll
I'll let you say your points. Go on.
Northside Benji just did a sold out tour through Canada. Dropped a phenomenal album. Just got nominated for a fucking Juno Album of the Year. Shout out Benji. Biggest Eagle. Sav added to Rolling Loud. Love to see it. Sav's cooking. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the little things that are. Let me rephrase that. Look at all of the different pockets in the city that are cooking, even separately, not together. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
All right, okay, can I touch on this?
So for me, I would say it's far. Sorry, just to finish my thought.
Go for it.
I would say it's far from dead based on that. I mean, I don't know what you're measuring it as dead, but I would argue it's far from that. I would argue that the main issue Toronto's having right now is live shows. That's where we're hitting a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? You actually said, I don't want to misquote you.
The consumers of culture, we're not good consumers of culture.
Yeah. Horrible take also.
But you said we're having a problem with live shows. If we were good consumers of culture, we would have live shows every week.
That's not what I'm talking about. I hear what you're saying. But what I mean by that is where we're having issues is, and I'll bring it back to press. You know how many shows got canceled? When I did Northside Benji's show in Toronto, we sold out both nights. We did 1,400 tickets. Salute the biggest Eagle.
Yeah.
Fuck you mean we're dead.
It's difficult to put on a show.
But what I'm trying to say is that we had to go through 6 different venues to get to that. Right? Because the second you announce the show, they receive police pressure.
It's
saying,
difficult.
no, you can't do this. It's the issue.
It's difficult to want to put on a show for these artists when mans have viral videos of having like 50 straps in the studios. Like, are those not rappers? Like, those, or
I hear you, but I would argue every major city has ops. They have problems. They have, all kinds of that bad mind shit going on, right? Like New Orleans, New York, Atlanta, LA. Like they all have the same kind of issues, but the shows are still happening, right? But the police are shutting the shows down. That's in my humble opinion. That's what I'm seeing. What the real issue is. It's not a lack of support because the streaming numbers are there, but as soon as we announce the fucking show, the police are pressing them. And for me, it's not about like harping on what the problem is. Like it's about identifying the problem quickly and now what's the solution, right?
Yeah, but you don't think
let's figure that out.
That with the amount that you even just named, which is they're all doing great, it's pales in comparison to the amount that we're doing great, let's say like even like 9 years ago, 8 years ago.
It was a different time. The games evolved. You're talking like 2017, 2016.
Yeah, you named 5 people, and part of our argument or part of our what we were saying is that there used to be like 15, 20 people.
I could keep going.
And the people that you named respectfully, okay, you said Pressa dropped the album. I haven't really heard that album anywhere. I haven't really seen, you say he's on a press run. I haven't really seen the run that he's been on. You said
He
that.
done a
You
lot
got-
of
you
interviews.
Go tap in then, bro. Go tap in. Press is the fucking...
Bro, sorry, put me
Press
on to an interview. The man got 25 views in 19 hours.
Okay,
bro.
okay.
How am I
But
gonna
we
tap-
boosted it has more now. It has more.
You said Sam. Shout out to
No,
Sam.
listen. You guys want to talk about that now? I was going to say...
Okay, let me just finish my thing. I'll let you. Okay, you said Sam was on Rolling Loud. Shout out to that. But like, his name is so you can, bro. I had to like zoom in to see broski. You know what I mean? And there's one Toronto man on the Rolling Loud.
Two.
No, to Sarissa. Shout out
This is
Sarissa.
We Love Hip Hop, right?
Yeah.
Not We Hate Hip Hop.
No, we love
Because
hip-hop.
it sounds like a lot of hating, to be honest.
It's not hating.
We're
Because even
keeping
what
it
you
real.
just said, you're
I could
not giving the whole context, right?
I could be honest.
Okay, yo,
though.
listen. The press shit, that little interview that he did during his massive press run, it was on some page that's not his, that he didn't even promote, bro. It doesn't even, like, let's give it some context. It's like, it's like, what is it? Like fucking, you're test driving a Ferrari in a parking lot and you're saying it's not fast enough, bro.
So like,
You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Give the whole context.
if he's on an
Pressa is
amazing
the
press
biggest
run, why is he not
underground-
promoting it?
Pressa is the biggest street artist to come out of Toronto, I would argue. Right? Is that a fair statement?
He's one of our biggest underground experts
Right?
for sure. Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
yo, as at We Love Hip Hop, why we supporting that?
We support Pressa.
Okay.
But I feel like you want just like blind support and like we can't be critical at all or else we're hating. And I think that's the problem with not just the Toronto scene, but Toronto artists is that the moment we're critical, they're like, you guys are the reason why the Toronto scene is where it's at. It's like, no, our biggest artist getting 25 views in 19 hours is atrocious, brother. We should want more for our biggest artist. Don't you want him to get more than 25 views in 19 hours? Or you think that's cool?
Bro, it's on some page.
That's fine.
Bro.
If Drake went on a random page, you think that would happen? If a big artist went on any page, it'll turn up that page. It'll have 30,000 subscribers tomorrow, brother.
You guys are focused on all the wrong shit. Man.
How?
All the wrong shit. Where's Pressa from?
From Toronto.
Where?
Driftwood.
Would you argue that's probably the worst neighborhood in Canada? Is that a fair statement?
One of them, yeah.
Right?
I'd argue.
Okay. It's one of the worst neighborhoods in Canada. Okay. That's a fair statement. His dad gets a body when he's a kid. His older brother's caught up in Project Marvel, which was like legendary raid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He gets his own legal problem. So despite all of those things, this motherfucker leaves the city, goes on tour with Drake, moves to LA. He's on TMZ. He's moving around. He's running around with 50 Cent. Like, let's focus on the important stuff.
That's one guy.
We already
You
know
what I'm
that,
saying?
though,
Let's
but we already
focus on the important stuff.
And
But
we-
yo, and
and-
to me, it sounded like
It's only one
Pressa
guy.
ain't tapping in with y'all, and that's the real problem.
No.
he's clearly
I-
tapping
Because yo, no, but I'm saying like he's not tapping in and doing the show with y'all because
Hold
both
on,
times
hold
it
on.
came up, y'all were like at the end of that run, you were like, yeah, and he didn't tap in.
That's not true. Because I'm not complaining about a press interview. I have 3 of them. I'm not one to come. I'm not like, yo, Pressa never pulled up. We have 3 Pressa interviews. So it's not like he never pulled up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never complained about Pressa not pulling up on the network. Even on this run, we've said that he should maybe pull up because it would have given more views. But it's not because it's like, yo, Pressa, like, why ain't you pulling up on us, fam? We literally, like I said, have 3 of them, fam. That's more than mad people, fam.
No, but no. You know what? I'm gonna say that because you expect us to just support the Toronto artists. Do the Toronto artists support us in that same way? Are they running to We Love Hip Hop right away? Or are they going on random
Are you even
platforms?
calling in?
It's prioritizing your base, which actually supported you from the beginning. And he's free to do whatever he wants. He doesn't have to do a We Love Hip Hop interview. And honestly, like We Love Hip Hop, we don't need to do a Pressa interview. We do our own thing too. But it would be a good move, like for both parties. You know what I'm saying? Because our algorithm is tapped into his music more than the American algorithm. But that video that did the 25 views, it got really a lot of views on Instagram. It wasn't even meant for YouTube. So like, I'm not even like harping on that. But to me,
Not
I
on his
seen that-
page, and he didn't post it, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, context.
and I never-
Context is important.
And I never said, oh, he's washed because of that. Ray Tay. I just like, bro, focus on your base. It's kind of like, don't not do the American platforms, but also do the Toronto platform. Not even just We Love Hip Hop. Go on GTV. Go on Extra Gravy. That was my point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't that. Oh,
I mean,
like,
he is doing a fucking legendary American run right now.
He's doing a good
He's
run.
running
This is
around.
the thing,
He's,
like,
running around.
legendary.
He's doing all the big platforms,
you're
big
using words
streamers.
like-
he's doing a little bit of everything.
using words like phenomenal and legendary and stuff, and I feel like blowing smoke up these artists is what's ruining the scene because man's is walking around like they gods, you know, and then Wes is looking at them like, yo, you're not that, bro.
And
Press
hold on,
has made
let me add on to that.
Press has made
Hold on.
millions off of music, bro. What are you
Hold on,
talking
Lucas,
about?
before you go, let me add on to that. When you say like legendary and things, and I'm not saying that it's not good, doing great, but when you say those big words, it makes us look like haters when we're like, I don't know, maybe bring it down a little bit. When we're not being haters, we're just
We're
like,
just
let's
raising
be
the bar.
realistic.
We're raising the bar.
Y'all talking about the wrong shit.
We listen.
Y'all
All of
talking
those
about the wrong
different
shit. You're
things that you
talking about
spoke
some
about.
random video, bro. Like, why are we even talking about
But
that?
we
That's
big up his album as well.
corny. Put an echo on my voice. Corny.
Don't do
Nah, you know what's corny? You know what's corny?
That's corny,
You know what's
bro.
corny?
That's
Us
corny.
just like recalling his story that we already know and not focusing on what he just did in the last day or week. Like, we're supposed to talk about relevant current issues. We're not just gonna be like, you know what? Pressa really came up from these ends and this, that, his story. Next week we say the same thing. It's like, bro, we keep up with the artists, so we can't just like, I agree that we should highlight their wins.
Which we do.
Which we always
love
do, and they
hip-hop.
never say anything. They don't care. They only care when we criticize them.
Why aren't we seeing those wins? Why aren't we seeing that?
They barely win.
They never
bro.
share
For
it.
being honest, they
don't share it.
They lose more than they win, though. For being honest,
I mean, hey,
I wouldn't say they lose
listen,
more than they win.
y'all are the podcasters. Y'all are the journalists. This is your shit, right?
No.
So-
I'm not a
Journalists,
journalist.
not
so
journalists.
Not journalists. Okay, podcasts.
We just give our
mean,
opinions.
commentators.
Is there a scenario where like you're tapping in with these artists if they're out of town and then you're doing a live interview with them and you're saying, hey, we're gonna do a piece on this
Mhm.
and let's do a collab post afterwards, and then everybody gets to fucking see it? I don't know. Is that happening? Are y'all
That'd be
doing that?
great.
Like,
That'd
did y'all
be great.
reach out and be like, yo, let's do a collab post. We're gonna big up the album.
I've reached out to
Ooh.
Pressa. Well, from Burrow Sound page, he never said anything. The only time he's ever said anything is when he's like, this guy's ruining the network because I pointed out that video. But then
Funny
we
enough,
spoke after. So
That was a terrible take, though. It wasn't a horrible take.
I mean, I feel like it was
You're
a
still standing
powerful
on it?
take.
You're still standing on that one?
What?
On
What was my take? My take was that he got 25 views in 19 hours. That's not
That's
a
what it
take.
was.
on
That was
a
factual-
page that's not even fucking his, bro. You sound crazy.
Yeah,
You
but
I
sound
feel like
crazy. It
no,
sounds
but
like
your
you're
name,
focused
your
on-
name should
No.
still carry more weight from a YouTube
I-
algorithmic perspective.
Yes, because we can listen. This segment alone, I can title it "Press Debate" on whatever happens on the podcast, and it'll do more views than that clip that Press is actually on.
But it's because the channel isn't big, and he did get, I think, the most views on that channel. So, like, big up Pressa for that. You know what I'm saying? It still looks crazy to me.
But how's that a legendary run?
Well, he's doing other things. You know what I'm saying? But even your artist,
Y'all are haters, bro. Y'all sound like haters. For real.
yo,
You guys
don't
do.
you
You guys sound like
don't you
haters.
care about views for your artist? If your artist got 25 views in 19 hours, and you'd be like, yo, what's going on here? Why
on a
we
page,
deserve
I
more.
wouldn't even, there's so much going on. I wouldn't even notice it.
You wouldn't notice it.
No.
So why did he notice when I said
in
it?
the mix of 20, because yo,
Why would he even care what I
you
have
guys
to say?
We love hip hop. That's why.
But
And you guys matter.
It's not we glaze hip
so
hop.
we do
though.
matter.
Glaze,
Yo, but
bro.
this is the
what?
thing.
What do you even? What?
This
what?
because I love hip hop and I
Because
love
you're
this
showing
city.
love to our top fucking export
Because I
street
love-
rapper.
We do
That's
show love.
Glaze.
we do show love, but they
Okay,
only hear
continue
it.
doing
They
that.
only hear it when we're critical.
But we can't just show blind love. Like, we also have to show like critical thought when it's needed, bro. Like,
Because
we
we
can't
love
just like
this-
glaze, bro.
Because we love the city, we have to be critical and we want to see mans do the best, bro. Like,
Mhm.
Glaze
okay,
sounds like a
okay,
hater word.
Press is doing good, but if you compare him to like, he'll be like a D tier American nigga. He'll be like in the G League.
Bro,
If we're
bro, you're dissing. You're dissing. You sound like a hater, bro.
how's that a hater?
You sound
though?
like a hater,
If
bro.
we're
What are you
talking about
talking
like,
about?
bro, why is
What are
that
you
hate
talking
though?
about? That's not because it's
Why
not
don't I
true.
want-
You have a
So what tier
I
would
want
you
us to
put
compete
Pressa
on
in
the-
America? In America, what, like he said G tier, right?
bro.
There's A-list, B-list, C-list. Where are you putting Pressa in America?
Or let's not even just keep it on Press. Let's put it on just any of the level that's at this underground level.
because it's such a lively.
You guys
scene,
are
man.
so out of touch. It's crazy. Like
Bro,
y'all sound like a
Fam.
14-year-old in a comment section that
you-
never left
okay,
your
no,
house.
no,
bro.
yo, no,
Like, you
this-
guys are not outside.
Know this, Lucas. You just came back to Canada. We're outside all the time. We hear what's being played and what's not being played, bro. So it's
Okay.
like, you can't say that we're out of touch. We don't hear Pressa outside.
We're
We hear-
DJs, bro.
We're
That's what
DJs.
DJs.
We DJ for proms. We DJ for people who are
Proms.
younger. We DJ for clubs. We DJ for weddings, a wide range. So it's like we hear what the kids are requesting in terms of Toronto music, right? So it's not like we're coming from like a biased perspective. Like we want to play what the people want to hear. It's just what the people want to hear isn't Toronto music right now, bro.
And-
you
and-
listed four, like most of them were legacy acts and Sav. You know what I'm saying? Casper been in the game for a minute. Benji been in the game for a minute. Pressa been in. So we're talking about the current rap scene as it is, like 2026. These guys built their legacy from 10 years ago. They put in the groundwork. They put in the pain. They have the cosigns and stuff, right? But we're talking about today, besides Sav, and like in terms of the newer generation, like how is the Toronto rap scene alive? We have talent, yes, but it's not being requested. People aren't listening to that. They might be listening to LTL with the dancehall stuff.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
You know, they're killing it. You know, Juno nomination as well.
That's not
And-
right.
and I
But in
asked
terms
these
of
guys-
rap, bro, we're not hearing that.
And I ask these guys every week, or not every week, but like every few weeks, I always do kind of like a little litmus test. Like, yo, so what, you guys played here? Okay, well, so did they ask for any Toronto music? Don't you guys always see me asking that question over and over again? It's because I want to know what the youth them want to hear from us.
Yeah, and the only request you'll hear from, at least from a prom perspective, is Sav.
Yeah,
and you know, they might, sometimes you might get a
proms?
Canada Goose. Listening proms, that's like, I don't know why you're listening. That's
the
literally what the youth are listening to.
demographic.
That's the people who are like
17-year-old
shaping
kids?
what's popular.
Come on, fam. You know this, bro. You know, you
This
want to
guy's
have
looking at
all
like,
of those.
yo, you DJ proms. You guys don't know.
He
what
doesn't
you're
rate. He
talking
doesn't
about.
rate you, bro.
He doesn't rate
Fam,
it.
that's
doesn't rate it.
literally
I don't rate none
where
of
the
it.
demo
I don't
would
rate the whole
be.
conversation, to be honest with you.
You guys, fam, you're telling me that at a prom wouldn't be a good litmus test to see what the Toronto scene is saying, fam?
Or what
They're
the kids are
literally the
listening
new
to.
generation that's listening to these guys, fam. So they'll express that they're listening to them on Reddit, but then when they go to the prom, they don't want to hear it. So miss not the same ones.
Respectfully, okay.
So
You
what
didn't
would be the
let's
list?
say
You know what I
clubs.
mean?
Let's
Like,
say
what-
clubs.
But they do
No,
play in
y'all
clubs.
stuck on weird
forget
shit.
the proms. Clubs, bars. Like we can move it to there. It's gonna be the same results, bro. Like people aren't
don't-
really requesting.
And also, like, don't look at man's like low niggas and shit. Because like, respect, you've done big stuff, but like we've all done big stuff as well. Like, I'm tapped into artists in the dancehall scene that like international artists that actually respond to niggas. Toronto mans in my own city don't even want to fuck with me, bro. A lot of these mans have more followers than and shit, you know. And like, it's just like it has to be a two-way street. I'm not gonna come here just like glazing niggas who like don't even care for me and stuff. I'm gonna say how it is. If I'm seeing on road their stuff is not moving like that, I'm just not gonna like lie.
So who's listening? Where are these streams coming from? Oh, like nobody's listening? Is that
no,
because
people
you
are
didn't get-
listening.
I never said no one's
The streams
listening.
are going crazy, bro. Like,
And you're saying the majority of
Like,
the streams
press
are
it-
from the
press it-
city.
Pressa dropped the album. What was it? 6 weeks ago?
Mhm.
To 6 million streams. Just
Okay.
on Spotify alone.
Did they touch Billboard or anything though?
Even if it didn't, like
So
I would
what-
want to know the
I'm saying,
distribution.
like, yo,
I would
you
want to know
do
like the
numbers, fam.
demographics, like what parts.
I'm
Because if it's majority Toronto, it could be Ontario, different parts of Ontario. I don't know the demographics, so I can't really make a comment on that. But I know when I'm outside, I don't hear Pressa. And it could be more of a political thing too, right? Like there are certain DJs or like certain areas that they might not
That's a
play
big
certain things, you
problem.
know? And that's a part of it, you know? But I will hear the market. I will hear Sav. You know what I'm saying? And like, I want to hear Pressa, bro. I rock with Pressa. So it's like,
All right.
I don't want you to seem like, oh,
And
like
you
this guy's
still
a hater.
You still do get requests for Presso, like
Old
like
tracks, Canada Goose.
Canada Goose, attachments. I'm sure people are like, yo,
Mostly Canada Goose.
yeah. So,
I would argue the biggest problem, as I said earlier, is shows. Right?
Mhm.
I would argue that there's probably somewhere between 10 to 20 artists from Toronto that can sell 500 tickets right now.
even
agree.
more.
Right? Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Okay?
does-
We're talking about 500 tickets, not crazy. But
That's
500
good
tickets.
enough. That's
Would
good
you,
enough.
say, would you say there's between 10 to 20 artists that can do that? Is that a
but
fair
enough
statement?
DJs out here could do that.
I'm asking you a question.
For sure.
Is that-
Okay,
is that
Bronies,
fair?
Black of the Dawns.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's 20. I don't know. Let's 10's easy math,
Yeah.
right? So yo, my perspective is there's millions being left on the table right now.
Yes.
Okay? Because one 500 cap room, that's 15K. Right? You do 2 of those a year, that's 30K per artist. That's another 300K right there.
Hmm.
Now their streaming numbers are way up. Now they're putting on other artists to open up. And now the scene is growing and being stronger. And now
Hmm.
there's more of a show culture, which we're missing.
There's an economy.
And it's not
Yeah.
because it's not fucking popping. It's because police shut the fucking shows down.
Mhm.
That's my fucking perspective. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yes.
I feel like a
As-
lot of people would agree with that.
Yeah.
You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
and-
It's not, this, that, and the third. It's the problem is as soon as the show gets announced, police contact the venue, they give them pressure and they cancel it. You know what
And
I'm saying?
you know what it is?
So yo, hold on. Let me just get to let me
Yeah.
get to the math on it, right? So that's 300 just in show money. Okay?
300
Now-
what?
300K.
Based
For
on
who?
10 artists.
Doing 2 shows.
Doing 2 shows a year, 500 cap.
15K.
That's $300,000 extra right there, just from 10 artists. Okay, let me finish the equation real quick.
Okay. $300,000 for 10 artists so far.
In shows.
Okay.
Okay, now their streams are up. Now their distro bag goes from 50K for an album to fucking 150K. Now they're putting on more artists. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now the merch, bro, we're already at 2 million.
Okay.
Just off of 10 artists, we're at $2 million in
How did we
money
get to
that's left on the
300,000?
table, bro.
From the
That's
increase.
$2 million left on the fucking table just because we're not doing these shows. And it's not from a lack of of fans or a lack of support.
Yeah.
In my experience, like you say, like, oh, it's dead. Bro, we announced Benji's show. We sold 700 tickets unannounced.
No, you're making a good point when it comes to the shows, but it's
For
also...
me, I'm focused on the bread, bro. Let's get to the bag.
And we're going to get to our topics in a second. Part of the reason why it's so hard to do the shows is because of the double-edged sword of the scene while it was growing. It was growing in a way where the content that in the music was not too street, because street is cool. It got too oppy over time. So now all of these different artists that were growing as far as their visibility, their streams and everything like that, also had a set of problems that were growing with them too. So now, the cops are tapping into all of this shit to 2018 to now.
That's a
they're
fact.
freaking
They're
literally
reading YouTube comments, bro. They're
going through the YouTube comments. So now all of these guys who've gained success with their fan base can't perform to them because the police are like, their music's problematic. And it's not because they're not making good music and they're not making, everybody's allowed to make street music. It's too fucking specific. Everybody's like, this person K, that person K, they're throwing down signs, doing all kind of smoking on this, and then it's like they can't get shows. Well, you can't.
I have a question. The ops are in Toronto, right? So like, how come they can't just do shows other places? If their streaming numbers are so high, it can't all just be from Toronto. Like, shouldn't they be able to do shows in other places?
I've actually been preaching that I think as a Toronto artist. I think Toronto artists, I think they should focus outside of the city. You know because also, a lot of artists have moved around and cooked and gone to other countries and, and moved around and had a lot of success. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll use Benji as an example. He went to the UK. He did Fire in the Booth, bodied it.
Legendary.
Right? And then linked up with Bare Big Artists, Pressa, linked up with Gigs.
Yeah.
The landlord himself, Salute Gigs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're both guys down there. And then I would argue elevated the support they got at home too.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, if you're fucking a Toronto artist that's never left Toronto and you're in the same fucking clubs every weekend, right? I'm gonna sound crazy saying you're up next. Because it's like, I just seen his ass at the grocery store.
It's like an echo chamber.
I see him at the same fucking club every fucking He ain't special. Like if you like me, I'm with him. We're the same spot, right? It don't feel like, oh, that's the guy, he's up next. But the second an artist goes and does anything in another major music market, whether it's New York or Paris or London or LA, even if they're opening for another artist, they fucking paid to be there. They paid to open, or they're in a studio session with so-and-so. That's when the city's like, that's our guy.
Yes.
And if you reverse engineer all the artists that have had success, that is the case. Who the fuck stayed? Right? And that's not to say, like, to hate on it, but at the end of the day, like, when you're moving around and you're in a different fucking country and you're making noise, you get people's attention back home. It's like, hell yeah, that's our guy, right?
I hear that.
Right.
But I feel like when 2016, 2017, when we had that wave, like, everyone was here and they didn't go anywhere. They were just popping here because, like, the audience cared more. And then they went because they had the buzz.
Listen, I will concede and say that 2016, 2017 was a special time.
Yeah.
I will concede and say that. I would argue that, it was a special time.
Yeah.
Remember when Robin Banks would just drop a video out of the blue and do a fucking million views in a month in 2017? That was an interesting time, man.
Yeah, but
salute Robin.
The show problem was still there.
It was there. I actually did Robin Banks' first and only show he ever did. And it got fucking canceled 24 hours because of the venue. I moved it to the Mod Club, let my dog George, who was GM them times. He let us slide in and I had to pay the pay duties. It was $2,500 for 3 police officers.
Jesus Christ.
What?
You know what my profit margin was in that show? About $2,700. You know what I mean? So I made my 2 fucking bills. I made a hot meal off that.
Yeah,
but it was dope to do it and it was legendary.
Yeah.
And we sold it at the Mod Club and it was lit.
But that's the thing, like, see, you're willing to do that, and like, even if like, okay, you don't make money if you break even or whatever, you're willing to do that to build up your brand or your business or whatever. I feel like a lot of these artists are not really willing to invest in themselves. You know what I mean? Like, they're not willing to get the venues that would have maybe the proper security protocol and everything that would like.
I hear you. I hear you. In my experience, that hasn't been the case. In my experience, it's actually been like, you link up with a dope promoter, or you're dealing with the fucking venue directly, and then police.
Okay,
make that call as soon as it's announced. You better pull that down. We're coming to check that liquor. You know what I mean? They start, ooh, and the guys are like, yo, I'm out. And I've been fortunate. I've worked with a few agencies where they own a couple of the clubs. And when they get that call, they're like, bitch, you don't fucking pay my bills. You can't tell me to fucking close. You can't do it. And they do the show. And that's why there's those, you see those shows popping up in Winnipeg and in Calgary and Vancouver.
Yeah.
They get the same police pressure. However, there's a couple of, like there's some venues out there that are owned by one particular guy who's like, you don't pay my bills. You can't tell me to close this down. And he goes and he does his thing and he makes sure that, that security is on their job and it's all good.
It's all about the connection.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, even the artists, right? Like, let's say the police stop pressuring these venues and we're allowed to throw shows in the city, right? Don't you feel like some of the artists are also hyper aware that their ops are going to get the drop? They can buy tickets and like, it's a safety issue too. Even if you have security, it's like, bro, this guy's your enemy and you know exactly he's going to be performing at 9 p.m. here at this location. That's like true. Someone could get hit and that's not the police's fault. That falls on either the artist or more of the environment. And then we can look at the context there. But like, I don't think this is just like an isolated, like, oh, the artists are victims and it's the police that are ruining it. It's like, no, they're aware that there's polys. And like a lot of people would rather do shows OT to avoid like the internal polys.
Yeah. You're making a good point for sure.
Yeah. And even to add on to what you're saying, like, I've heard Roadrunner say back in the day, I don't even know if it was on camera, but he said, it was on camera. It was on like a clubhouse or something. He's like, I ain't risking my head back for freaking $1,500 to do a show. And in my mind, I'm like, $1,500 to do a show is pretty good money. But in his perspective,
not to lose your life over it.
Not to lose your life.
Because he knows for sure someone's going to try something.
Yes.
Like.
I mean, hey, if you are doing a show, you got to move like presidential with it. You got to have personal security. You got to have venue security. You got to pay for those paid duties, which paid duties when you pay the police. And they come and you got to have 3. You can't just order 1.
Yeah.
You got to order the 2 with the sergeant. It's $2,500.
Yeah, but for him personally, the $1,500 that he's getting paid, and let's say he breaks off another like $500 to security.
It's not worth the risk.
His homies, bring an extra few homies, convoys of cars. Like, bro, that $1,500 is gone, fam.
Well, $1,500, it's not a lot of money, right? But we're talking about
selling. It's a lot of money if you're Fresco.
We're talking about selling 500 tickets, which is 15 bands. Right?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. So, okay, so now there's a budget for security.
And to be honest, he might have said 15,000, to be honest.
I would argue he probably said 15,000. Because that's 500 tickets at $30, right?
But when I heard it, I was like, fam, you would say no, but it's still not worth his life.
Okay, but I want to, with that math, because are you not paying the venue? Are you not paying security? Are you not paying, like, it's not $15,000 profit.
Okay.
So and then you said it was like 300,000 for like 10 artists. But like,
because we said 20, so I brought it down to 10.
Yeah, but like
my point is, brother, is that there is millions of dollars being left on the table. That's the point. Let's focus on the point. We can nickel and dime my math.
No, it's not nickel and dime.
Because the math is actually good if you want to break it down. But
it's okay. How much are you getting this venue for? Like how much? Because you already said
security.
You already said the police was 2,500.
Yeah.
So that 1,500 is down to like 13,500.
Yeah.
You know that 1,250
for sure.
And then like security, you have like 10 bands.
It's a couple bands for all those things.
But then you can sell shirts and stuff.
Well, I didn't mention merch or alcohol sales or any of those things, and that's based on a $30 ticket price. Some guys are going to sell a lot more than 500 tickets. Like Benji had 1,400.
A couple.
Benji had 1,400 walk.
There's a lot of these guys that their audience is not. They've never gotten to see them. Like the Crook, he can go do a 1,500 person venue. In this city, because nobody's ever gotten to see him live.
I think Press could do history.
Press could do like
definitely.
Lights out.
I'm saying there's only a handful of guys that could do that. I don't think there's 30 niggas that could get 1,000 people in a venue.
Okay, but we agreed that around 20 could do 500 tickets, right? And that's the heart of my point, is that there's millions being left on the table. And I'm trying to identify what that problem is, which I believe
a lot of it is live shows.
Okay, but here's a fucking other point though, right? Like I said earlier, every city has their issues with ops and all this bullshit back and forth, right? So it's like they still do shows.
In that right, I feel like they're able to
they still show. Like Florida, they still do shows.
Now, didn't Chef G try to do Hot 97 and the police stopped that and all that stuff?
Yes, but he still gets to do shows in the city. He'll get a small Brooklyn
venue. He got to a certain point where like
the security and stuff was like
proper. I feel like he got lit enough to do that, you know?
Like the thing is, the venues will still take the chance in America, and America has a way more capitalistic mindset where they're like, yeah, that person, he got ops or whatever, but Julio Fulio was getting booked to do shows. And he's
That's fair,
freaking
that's
got
fair.
They're
music
posting
videos freaking
with choppers.
not in the choppers, he's laying on people's grave sites.
Okay, so like, what's the solution for the show problem?
I don't know.
I think it's a conversation with the police, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's what it is. You know, like I had to go to 52 Division before to do that show I mentioned earlier with Banks, to get that done. And like maybe there's a longer conversation needs to happen there.
Who has to have this conversation?
I'm down.
Promoters.
I'm down to sit down and talk because safety is a priority. You know what I'm saying? Like not only just for us I'm working with, but everybody who's in this community, man.
Yeah.
Like, let's all make this money. You know
I'll
what I'm
say
saying?
this
So,
and we'll close this because we got to get to some of our topics. Or we've been going on this for almost an hour here. Maybe like you see how in New York they had that picture with Eric Adams when he was the mayor at the time. And then they had a bunch of different representatives, Jim Jones, all these different people. It was when the drill scene was like under pressure, right?
Yeah.
Maybe something like Lucas and a few other managers and a few like big artists and some representatives from the city and the Boy Them and Chow can sit there and have a meeting.
Sounds like a dream, but yeah,
it sounds like a pipe dream.
If
but
Drake couldn't get obsolete together, then Olivia Chow ain't gonna do it.
I'm just trying to put out some solution. I'm brainstorming.
But we also have to keep in mind, like, these guys have donors and stuff, right? And like, no diss to some of the rappers, but like, if you are affiliated with someone who is like a convicted criminal of certain things, you're associated with that, right? Like, from a political perspective, even though it's lit for us on like a grassroots level, like, I don't think they would do that move. However, we did see Bizloke on CBC recently.
Yes.
So I feel like that's like a step in the right direction where
Salute
we're able
Bizloke.
to like kind of forge a relationship between like the streets and like the politic corporate area.
Yeah, and like I said, so we'll close this. I started off with saying New York did it. So if New York was able to do it, and those same people have investors and donors and all that too, then maybe those people can look above that over here and we can get some kind of bridging of the gap. But let's get to a couple of topics that we have over here, starting with Moula first. Shout out to Kensington Market Dispensary, located at 25 Kensington Avenue. The exclusive location for dispensary, Kong Grabber Shakers, $5 grams, and real gas, and amazing wholesale prices. They got pens, shatter, hash, loud lean, edibles, whatever you need, they have it. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Kensington_Market Dispensary, or you can find them on Snapchat, Kensington Market Dispo. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something on the screen over here. One take, Jake, if you could pull up our screen here. He went to Drake's house.
In a snowstorm.
In the middle of the snowstorm. Was that the same day when we were potting?
Yeah.
You gotta Roger him in and tell him that Moula's here.
Where's the big puffer coat he wears in the summer?
I know, right? That's what people are saying in the comments.
Where's the woodpecker?
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. The volume's not super high on this part yet, but it's going to turn up in a second.
After you guys take your photos, you guys have a good one.
He was a real fanatic.
What you said?
I think that's the security that's like right there next to the gate.
Yeah, for sure.
That guy inside, don't stop it. Guy, okay? Oh, Iceman, come outside. Iceman!
Iceman!
Come outside!
I was thinking Drake was going to drop the album during the polar vortex. That'd have
Me
been
too.
Right?
Yeah, that would have been a good move.
Now start dropping for another 4 months at least.
That would have been a good day to drop it.
I don't even think it's gonna drop it still.
Okay? I'm the reason why everyone says I'm a guy. Michael's back.
Didn't Debbie do this?
I want to talk to you.
Yeah, but Drake responded when Debbie did this.
Okay, so yeah, he went over there. He did that. I don't know. He got something that he's promoting now, obviously, but I don't think he has something new. He still has something that he's still promoting. I think it's the song called North Face. Is this W promo?
I mean, we're talking about it, and I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say this was like, you know, intentional and staged. And he's like, "Okay, let me like, you know, put it on for the camera pause." But like, I don't know. From the outside looking into it, could look like kind of like I don't want to say it's a mental health ish, but like, I don't know. And I don't know how aware
But
Drake
that's his brand, like, isn't his brand like, oh, I'm the kooky guy. You don't know what I'm about to do.
Yeah, I'm crazy.
You know?
Yeah. So it honestly good marketing. It was a good video. Got posted other places without him even having to ask.
Yes.
So that's kind of all you can ask for.
And Drake wasn't in the city. I think he already knows that Drake's not in the city. Because like if you go on his Instagram page, like the man's like, I think in the Bahamas or some shit like that. Like he's chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he kind of went in there with that mindset, like, I know the man's not gonna be here, it's not gonna be a problem, but and sorry, Lucas, I might sound like a hater. Right? We hate hip hop.
We love hip hop.
Hold on, I actually have a sound effect for it. There we go.
We love hip hop.
If you know that Drake's not there, it's not as much of a W.
Really?
Because if Drake's there, he could at least be like, yo, walk, go on, yo, final boss, I'm coming outside.
No, I feel like even if Drake was there, they wouldn't have had that back and forth. I think the point of the video was to show like, yo, I'm outside Drake's crib in a blizzard. Like, I'm crazy. Like, you know?
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
So I think he achieved that goal, whether Drake was in that crib or not.
Lucas, as a manager, thoughts?
Listen, when I was running that Toronto Tuesday with Keep Six Solids, salute Keep Six on the Clubhouse. Remember them days? You were active, man. Salute to you for that. That was dope. Super active. He was a regular on there. He's an interesting guy, man. He's on some like WWE type shit, you know? And yeah, keep it going, man. Drop some music.
Yeah.
You know? Keep it interesting. At the end of the day, like just to make it simple, right? Keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're doing the same shit as everybody else, expecting different results. Right? You sound kind of crazy. Yeah, do different shit. Try a thing, fam. Go ahead.
True. And Zara said you were right. We are talking about it, right?
Exactly.
When I was watching this, it kind of felt like, you know, like the villain is kind of like calling out the superhero type thing, where it's like they have to do their final showdown or whatever. So I felt like it was kind of giving villain vibes, you know, like on some Marvel type shit, you know, like that's just how I felt. So maybe more of the audience felt that way too, because doesn't he have like the whole like Michael persona, you know? So
yeah, and he has a very loyal fan base as far as like his core audience.
Yeah.
I'm just looking out for the best. I want him to be able to grow that fan base. And like I feel like some of the things that he's been trying to do as of lately, there was a point in time that everything that he was doing would boost his fan base, the followers, the views, everything. I feel like right now he's kind of hitting a plateau. This has gone not viral, but like people are checking this. But the things that he was doing like weeks before, like where he was just like, yo, I got ice and stuff like that, it wasn't hitting. And it kind of goes to what you were saying, Lucas. Like if you're doing the same thing as everybody else, expecting the same results, then like, because that's literally what everybody else has been doing forever. Like, yo, here's my stacks, here's my ice. And he decided like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna start doing that too.
Yeah. And you know what I noticed too? So I think earlier on, like he had that villain vibe, but it was more on a motivational, like Andrew Tate manosphere kind of vibe where it's like, yo, you can work hard, you can accomplish this stuff. But then when he went through his whole like legal issues and stuff got aired, I feel like he kind of turned heel, like in a WWE sense. And now he's like fully villain and embracing it. And I feel like his fan base really, they obviously know like he's a good rapper and makes good music, but it's the persona, it's the storyline that I feel like actually make people a fan of Moula first, you know?
So let's broaden this conversation outside of Moula. Do you have to have the persona and storyline in the big 2026 where we are now to be able to even like get any motion? For artists more than streams, just motion, period.
I would argue that for sure. I think, man, I would say music is probably 20%. And the other 80% is the game.
Yeah.
The days of, I got a great song and it just goes, I haven't seen that.
Just put out the audio.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's not only the story that you're building, but it's like how you're building that story, how you're building, you know, your community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, again, what's great about having the internet, we can reverse engineer these guys who have gone and done it and won. What do they do? And yeah, you know, it's the story. It's what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know
I feel like
entertain me, goddammit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to be entertained. They want that sauce, man.
I feel like there's more examples today of people just having a great song and blowing up off that than like before. You know, because I feel like before, like the label would actually kind of create players and like manufacture the story and stuff. But these days, like people would just have like a viral sound on TikTok, and then like the labels would just like take them off of that rather than actually trying to like create a story behind them. If you kind of see what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I feel like those like they like it's a fast come up and then they like fall off quick because they didn't have a story for people to cling on to, you know, or like an aura or like an archetype that we look up to for some, you know, like for example, like Northside Benji, when I think of his brand, like obviously the music is good, but there's also that like, there's like a mysterious, like, yo, this guy, like he probably gets like bear gal and shit. Like he doesn't say too much. So it's like, there's something that like, I think it hits our human psychology, you know, other people, they have like that larger than life, like, oh, this guy's a gangster. So like he's strong or whatever, you know? So I feel like humans, like, it's almost like the Greek gods. Like we have like certain traits and attributes that we like kind of, I don't want to say idolize, but like mythologize in a way. And the best artists have that aura where it's like, that's what people cling on to. It's not just the music.
Okay, so sorry, make your point first.
I'm just trying to think like, what's Sav's story? Is it just like the op shit?
I feel like there's like obviously that element of it, but also like, yo, he's always masked up. You know what I'm saying? There's an assumption that he probably is involved in certain lifestyles. Plus, he has real like beefs that we kind of know about.
I feel like
he has a crew around him too, like the Team East. They've been making waves.
Yeah,
and like that whole community around Studio Legends, like they did a good job with that, man. Shout out
like
to
young
Studio
rebels
Legends.
almost. Like I feel,
but I feel like with them is like it only. I'm not gonna say it only went because the TikTok shit went viral, but like the TikTok shit went viral, and that's what kind of catapulted him. You know, like man's heard the beat and then heard how he was flowing, and like that just kind of like, you know, like
but
kind of. You know?
You're right, but the TikTok catapulted him, and then the image and the persona kept them here.
and it was the local lore
That's why it stuck.
Yes.
Yeah. Because like if he had nothing,
dope.
people would be like, okay, that song that went viral on TikTok, like, where's the guy? He like if he was just like super like not posting, no story, that song would have came and went. You know what I'm saying?
People were accusing Sav initially of being this created player, like, oh, you haven't done any of this, that. And then there was that question around like the lore around him or how street he was. And I feel like he kind of like leaned into it, and then people kind of like bought into that image.
Yeah.
And like, it's kind of like, you know, like Biggie Smalls had that like, yo, he's a bigger dude type of vibe. Like, I feel like there's an image that like projects an archetype. You know what I'm saying?
So now let's bring it higher now, okay? And then we'll get off this topic to the top echelon, the big three, okay? And assuming that J. Cole is still part of the big three, okay? Let's do the hypothetical.
Yeah, it's a big assumption over there. It's a big assumption.
The big hypothetical. What's their story one
Their
by
attributes?
one?
Okay.
What's the thing that the whole package that makes everybody tune into Kendrick, Drake, or Cole?
I'll speak
You
for
put
Kendrick.
Kendrick in the top three?
Yes.
Definitely,
Let's just
bro.
put them in the top three, and then just to make the point.
Okay.
No. Let's not.
Kendrick's story. He was like the good kid that grew up in like the rough
I
environment.
thought you were gonna say in the Mad City. I was
You know what I mean? We're like, because I was like this kid as well. We're like, everyone I knew was about that life or whatever. You know what I mean? And I could have done that, but I just like kind of peeped my environment around me, and I took another direction. But I can still speak on the environment.
Right.
So that was his story. You know. If anyone wants to speak on Drake's, you guys.
Oh, okay. Hold on. You do Cole,
Okay.
DJs are, because
Okay.
I feel like because like you're like the Cole college
man.
guy.
I
you know what I'm
guess. I
saying?
mean, J. Cole, I used to rock with J. Cole heavy. I mean, he's still a sick rapper. I feel like his story is one that like it's a combination of worlds. Like, you know, he's half black, half white. He's intellectual. You know, he was one of those dudes that obviously like he's not like doing like super gangster stuff, but like he rocks with the gangster.
Yeah.
He can pull gal. You know what I'm saying? He's conscious to the point where it's like, I think it's more like the poetic aspect. I feel like Kendrick has that too, where it's like that intellectual poet.
And he was
vibe.
like the school, like he really leaned into like the college guy. Like,
He was the most relatable, I feel like, of the big three. Like he was the one where it's like, yo, he's biking places. So he was the most like, in a sense, like humanized.
What do you call it?
rapper.
$1 in a dream type shit?
Yeah, literally that
yeah,
would
yeah,
I would
yeah.
say that captures like his image is like $1 in a dream and like working like waiting for Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? The dedication and stuff. And
let Nas down, all that type stuff.
exactly.
Okay.
So he's always been a bitch.
So the boy? So the boy now?
So T. Lucas. we'll ignore that one.
What's the boy's story? Like,
give me
his archetype.
The archetype. What's the image? What do people see when they see Drake? From your opinion,
people see when they see like what I see is a dude from Toronto who left and linked with Young Money and fucking took a rocket ship out of here, and now he's the greatest artist in the fucking world. Period. It's not even a debate, in my opinion.
That's his story from a manager sense.
Yes, but like
from a consumer sense.
No, mythological sense.
What's the image and everything like that? Like these guys just described like, okay, Cole's the college guy, Kendrick's the guy from the
he doesn't want to say Drake's gonna be a diss.
Hey man, Drake makes music for everybody. He's touched on so many different fucking genres and done them at the top level. He makes, like when you're in the car and you put Drake on, if you got some girls with you, he's got that. You know what I'm saying? If you're with the homies, he's got that. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't know how you build out the archetype, but it's like,
okay,
I feel like I can answer.
I'll do the Drake archetype. Drakeologist. Okay, he's the underdog that came from a city that didn't have like a bunch of artists that came out of it. And no.
I like that.
No, he was.
I like that. That's true.
He was also considered, because you're not from our area, you're the soft guy, right? So, he was the.
And this was an era where rap was built around being a gangster.
He's the vulnerable, quote unquote, softer guy that gets the girls, but not because he's the hardcore guy, it's because he's more vulnerable.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And over time, the architect kind of changed to, I'm a little bit more of a boss and I get the girls, but it's not because I'm vulnerable anymore. It's because I'm so rich and I really don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
There we go.
And I also
it's very female oriented. Yeah.
And I would also add to that I feel like for Drake, he was sort of an outsider, like only child, mixed child. So like you're kind of getting rejection from both communities in a sense. So it's like that underdog factor in combination with that kind of, I feel like led him to just gain a lot of power. And like he had to struggle, bro. Americans were not accepting him. Even Torontonians were not accepting him at first, but he kept going and kept proving himself. Like you said, he has a song for every situation. And it's kind of like, he described Vince Carter like this, where it's like, girls want him and guys want to be him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like he lives this like borderline mythological life, you know?
He kicked every door down.
Yeah.
Every fucking.
When you say Americans weren't accepting, what do you mean by that?
I just feel like, oh, you Canadian, like you soft, like.
Okay.
But they liked him when he was like that.
No, because I feel like as soon as he dropped, the girl them loved him out. When he did Replacement Girl, that was on 106 Apart for a hot minute, bro. And then when he did Best I Ever Had, that started the IG captions because every girl was doing, sweatpants, hair touch
in the window.
That started. So I feel like he was one of like the first Canadians that Americans like really embraced like that. That wasn't an actor.
Yeah. And
other than like Celine Dion.
But remember when he went on Hot 97 and like the freestyle, like they were kind of like trying to make him seem less because maybe it wasn't because he was Canadian or whatever.
Those are the backpack, like them dusty foot philosopher type niggas. You know what I mean?
It wasn't
those guys were running.
The media had a problem with Drake, but the fans loved him. So like 106 and Park, they had no problem with him, but they weren't really, like really media. But like as like the radio stations and all those guys started to like also backpackers too, right? But even like freaking Breakfast Club, look at Charlamagne the God. He used to be like, there's three different genders. What is it? Gay, straight, and Drake. I was like, what the hell, bro?
The sexual orientations or whatever.
Yeah, sexual orientations. Like he used to say crazy shit about them. So like,
but he would say that about
like
Americans as well. So I don't think it's like, it's just Canadian. Charlamagne was just wilding. I think media was just like on some media shit. But I think Americans, like if you were to take like a overall consensus, they were rocking with Drake from jump because like Wayne ushered him in, and Wayne was like the favorite, you know what I mean?
And keep in mind, like, and this, I feel like this also applies to humans, but in other like animal kingdoms, like the alpha male isn't always necessarily the strongest one. It's the one that is the most savvy or most socially competent. And I feel like because maybe it's the Toronto diversity or whatever, but he has a very like global reach. Even musically, he's able to kind of represent different genres, Afrobeats, dancehall, like hardcore hip hop, R&B. So I feel like that kind of raises his archetype on like a artistic kind of level where it's like, he's able to deliver different styles.
Yeah. Oh, salute to the boy. I feel like that's we went through a crazy.
We might have glazed. We might have glazed a little bit.
We hate hip hop, man.
we love hip hop. Can I quote John River 1 second?
For sure.
I was in London with John River, and you know what he said to another artist? He's like, in order for me to be the biggest artist in my city, I got to be the biggest artist in the world. It's like, it was one of those like mic drop moments. Was like, wow,
he got points,
right?
Because like once they fuck with you somewhere else, then everybody in Toronto is like, yo, we've been fucking with this guy from Toronto.
No, he's saying that like now, like the biggest artist in the world is from Drake. Toronto. Yeah. So even if you want to be
the biggest artist from our city,
you have to be like Michael Jackson.
You got to compete with him,
right?
It's like,
you know what I'm saying?
But what's his point with that? Like
that the biggest artist is also an artist from the city here. So it's like
no, depending on that's one interpretation. But I'm taking it as like, so does that mean you don't want to compete because
no, it's not that. It's the bar's high.
The bar is very high.
It's the highest,
as it should be.
I would argue. Hell yeah.
And I'll save my John Rivers story of why he don't like me for another day.
Shout out John Rivers. Shout out John Rivers.
Okay, let's get to another story over here. I'm gonna skip this top 5 versus Myron because I feel like that story's already ran its course. Right? It's touchy territory here. The watch scam I want to ask you guys about. I don't want to ask you guys about the scam or the alleged scam. I want to ask you guys about
the spoof. I think it's called. Is that what it's called? Spoof?
The spoof
the
crypto.
Yeah.
Right? Is what this woman alleged, as well as the watch plug guy.
Yo, bro's got to show me that.
I see the breakdown of how you do it.
For real?
I'm gonna
you watch that breakdown? You watch the breakdown?
No, but I need you to send me the link.
It disappears as soon as you refresh. One of them ones.
That's lit.
We'll talk behind the scenes.
Allegedly, that's what,
if you can help me out over here, one take, Jake. I'm just gonna play a little bit of this. And again, I don't want to talk about the thing itself.
I'm like, she's all right.
Yeah, she's pretty cute. And listen, quick correction. I said that she was from LA when I did the news story. She's from New York. I realized when I went back to her Instagram page, it said New York jeweler. My bad, audience. Okay. Let's play just a little bit of the video and then I'll have some questions for you guys.
Discussing exactly how it happened. I got robbed of $250,000 by an individual on social media that goes by the name of
We Love Hip Hop.
His real name is Hassan Ali. And this is going to be an in-depth video on exactly how it happened. So on June 26th, I posted, like I usually do on my story, watches and watch videos and images along with pricing. He reached out to me on Instagram and asked me for my number. So I went ahead and I gave him my number. He calls me on FaceTime using a burner number and says that he is interested in the watches and I am highly recommended by a few really notable rap artists in the industry, which I'm sure you know of, and wanted to purchase the watches right before the Drake concert in London. So when he reached out to me and told me that he's interested, wanted to send his personal friend / assistant to come in and pick up the watches because he was going to pay in crypto. So when he was messaging me and we were negotiating prices, we agreed on $250,000 and it was going to be 2 watches.
We love hip
which
hop.
I'm going to dive deeper into it. And when he sent me the payment, and I received the crypto payment, it turns out it was ultimately a spoof. So
Okay, so we could stop there.
Got him.
That story is now, her video has like 128,000 views, which is going on record to be her second highest right now in her whole catalog. And she's pretty popular on Instagram and on YouTube. This is stacking up now. We might need to get some kind of like a PR image cleanup going on over there.
Wasn't it Whack that was telling Drake to like get away from him because there's like a lot of dirt surrounding him that he doesn't know about and a lot of this and that?
That did happen, but that's mentioning Whack. That's also one person that was on his head back, whatever, head top. Like he needs a PR, fam. And listen, I know, Lucas, this is kind of mixy for you, but just from a PR perspective or from a management perspective, okay? Because I don't want to put any of these allegations as something until like it's actually proven. But from a PR perspective, mad people are always getting at this guy. What would you advise?
What would I advise?
Yeah.
He does?
Just like, I need you to clean up your image. Like, if you're his manager, I need you to clean up your image. Do these series of things.
That's a tough one, pal. It's pretty ugly right now, isn't it?
I got some ideas.
I guess, like, you know, I mean, he could do the regular shit. He could go and do the, you know, the charity works and, you know those ones? Little charity ball game, little something for the kids.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fix up his image. It's funny, actually. I had a conversation with him a few months ago where he was saying he wanted to do some shit like that. So maybe now's the time.
Some charity ball games.
And, you know, to give credit, that was his idea. To do do some charity work and give back. And maybe it's...
That's a good one. DJ Zara, you say you got some suggestions?
First, return the watches, first and foremost. If I'm your manager and this is true, allegedly, whatever. If it's true, return the watches, go on an apology tour, somehow spin it to like, yo, I'm just a kleptomaniac. I love stealing. I'm working on it. You know, like go to rehab, Islam, go to the masjid.
Not to interrupt you. Don't put it on just the watches. That's just the newest thing. I'm saying in totality of all of the shit.
I would go to the masjid, bro. Like I would return the watches. It's almost Ramadan. So like I would try to lean into like, you know what, bro, I'm on my deen right now. Like I've been battling like these struggles. Like, you know, I come from this environment. I don't want to do this sometimes, but I have to. And like sometimes my gambling goes here and there. So I have to rate, you know, like you'd have to be very transparent. And then people are going to want to see the journey to recovery. Now people are invested in, okay, you know what? This was your arc, and now you're trying to improve yourself. And like we love seeing self-improvement content. We like seeing people go from like obese to jacked, or friggin' like, you know, bad to good, or you know what I'm saying?
People love a come up story.
Exactly. So and if he can like maintain that would be like my like managerial advice. Hypothetically.
DJ Natural, you got some
No, I agree
advice?
with Zara, because I feel like it's 2026. The audience is way too savvy. Like, you're gonna do some charity work, bro, and you think, oh, all of a sudden we all forgive you. Like, nah, like we're not going for that. But if you are transparent and like you do say like, okay, you know, then the audience will appreciate, you know, the transparency. And then if there is like a journey, you know what I mean, like a road to recovery, you know, then like that would be, I feel like, because, and not to like personalize it or too much or anything, but it's based off everything that came out. It's like a lot of gambling, you know what I mean? A lot of stealing, a lot of scamming, you know what I mean? And like, you're supposed to represent a community type thing, you know? So like, you don't want all these things to be what you're known for. And like, you're affiliated with, you're known as Drake Shooter, dog. So like all this, like when Matt's doing a YouTube video, they'd be like, oh yeah, Drake's affiliate does this, Drake's affiliate
They don't even
does
put his
that.
name in the title sometimes. They just put Drake Shooter did this. And it's like, oh fuck, Drake wasn't there. What are you
know what I
talking
mean?
about?
Like it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. No, I think
allegedly.
Allegedly. I think all three of you guys made really good advice points. If you did a combination of like being very transparent to the audience, like, yo, listen, I fucked up, guys. There's a few things going on with me. Do that and keep that consistent. Give back. People start to see just more good than bad. They can even believe all of the bad. But if they see more good moving forward, image cleanup.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And drop some fucking music, bro.
For sure, drop some music. But what I will add is Top 5 has videos of him just going up to kids, giving them $100, $100. And like people like that type of content, you know? A lot of people used to do that though. Like Pablo Escobar used to do that. Like a lot of like, you know, big time like drug dealers and gangsters give back. And it's like, I don't think, you're right. Like the audience is kind of like now they're like, before you could kind of buy their like loyalty in a sense, but now it's like, bro, we know you're still doing X, Y, Z. So it's like, it's good that you're doing this, but it's bad that you're still doing this, you know?
They need to see changed behavior. You know what I'm saying? And listen, he will probably see this, but I think rather than focusing on whatever all these different people are alleging, it's like, what can you do to clean this up? Because like you got Vlad on your head, all these different people, like, bro, this is not good, fam. Like you did so well as far as gaining notoriety coming home. And now like in 2026, there's all these people like literally throwing smut on your name, whether true or false.
But he could also like do the opposite and like kind of lean into it.
Go full heel.
On some 6ix9ine shit. Like, yeah, I stole that shit. Like, what? Like, who's next? Who's next?
I think that would be like the easiest move for him, but I feel like it's like a ticking time bomb. Yeah, like eventually, like he's gonna hit a lick that's just gonna be like too crazy, and it's like gonna catch up. You know, like
that will go viral though.
Being a shit person is a fucking short road.
Yes.
Don't be a shit person.
You could catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
Don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Well, salute to Top 5, right? You know, hopefully, like we don't hear any more like somebody pop out the word, he did this to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like, fam, we can't take no more, Richard.
And we were rooting for him, and like we still are in a sense. But like when we remember, like all of a sudden, like he was just like at the top of the forefront, the whole world. Kanye's linking him, everyone's linking him. So we're like, yo, this is your moment right now. Like, you know, you just got out the bin.
Facts.
You're being put in front of the whole world. Like, what are you gonna do with it now? You know? And then we kind of see what happened. Obviously, the situation in the UK was like, bro, he almost lost his life. So like, I'm sure he's traumatized from that. And old habits die hard too. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, he's still from a certain environment and probably has like certain tendencies or like, yo, like what's the next lick? How can we do XYZ, you know? So
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, salute same way, brother.
Salute.
Speaking of Kanye?
Yeah, Kanye.
AInewsdaily.ca is a website that gives you AI-generated news across 1,000 plus topics, 96 global cities, and daily features. Plus, for VIP subscribers, AI-generated images, tarot readings, natal charts, investment tips, bet predictions, and drill wars, a text and image-based life simulator game set in Toronto's drill scene. One VIP subscription unlocks it all. During our We Love Hip Hop promotion, all new VIP subscribers receive a $2.50 USD wallet credit. www.ainewsdaily.ca. That's www.ainewsdaily.ca.
Yeah, you were running some Kanye tunes earlier.
I was running some Kanye tunes earlier. He ran a full friggin' ad in the New York Times with a
Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal, my bad. With a long apology. I'm not going to read through the whole apology. I'm not going to read through any of it, actually.
It's text?
If you could pull it up on the screen over here, Jake, please.
I didn't see this.
Right? It's like, it looks like this, right?
Huh.
You want me to read some of it?
Can you see it from here?
To those who I've heard.
All right, DJ Czar.
To those I've heard.
Like yesterday.
25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain. At the time, the focus was on the visible damage, the fracture, the swelling, and the immediate physical trauma. The deeper injury, the one inside my skull, went unnoticed. Comprehensive scans were not done, neurological exams were limited, and the possibility of a frontal lobe injury was never raised. It wasn't properly diagnosed until 2023. That medical oversight caused serious damage to my mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnosis.
You should read the last two stanzas as well.
Like the last two paragraphs?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to just skip there?
Yeah, skip for it.
Can you remove the screen low key? Okay, there. Thank you, Jake.
The third one
Jake.
looks interesting too. The third last one.
Where should I start, boys?
In that
fractured state.
In that fractured state, I gravitated towards the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika, and even sold t-shirts bearing it. One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall, that led to poor judgment and reckless behavior that oftentimes feels like an out-of-body experience. I regret and am deeply mortified by my actions in that state, and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. It does not excuse what I did, though. I am not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. I love Jewish people. To the Black community, which held me down through all of the highs and lows and the darkest of times. The Black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. I am so sorry to have let you down. I love us. In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. As the situation became increasingly unsustainable, there were times I didn't want to be here anymore.
Damn, bro. So my question to you guys, distinguished panel, is do we believe him this time? Because he did the apology with the rabbi a few months ago. That kind of went under the radar. He's made apologies before.
What do you mean under the radar? Everyone talked about it.
People talked about it, but like I don't feel like it's stuck. This one, I feel like I've been hearing some more podcasts where people are, whatchamacallit, unpacking it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right? Because bipolar disorder is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's clear that, we've been questioning if this man's really completely sane or if it's just a promotion thing. Where are we now with this?
There was a real detailed breakdown of accountability.
Yes.
That's something.
And keep in mind, obviously he didn't write this himself, but I feel like it's coming from him. This is just my opinion this time.
And there's more than even what was there.
There's a lot more.
Yeah, he was even saying that like he's not asking for forgiveness.
Yes.
He said he's just asking for patience while he's on like the road to recovery, like we were talking about before.
Mm-hmm.
He said like hopefully eventually he'll be able to earn his way back into the favor of the communities, like of the Black and Jewish communities.
Some humility as well.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I do respect that.
Yeah.
And also with Variety, he did a little interview and they asked him like, "Oh, are you doing this just because you have like
an album?"
Yeah, and like you want to drop basically. And then he's like, "Yo, last year Graduation was the most streamed album. Like, so I don't like. What do you mean?
To drop.
Yeah, I don't need to drop. Like, this has just been way like.
He's still a billionaire.
Listen. He's extremely talented in getting into the news cycle though. You see when he is quiet. Is it a coincidence there's no music when he's quiet? And then when he does have music, he's in the news cycle? Is that a coincidence?
Yeah, and that's the thing that a lot of people are questioning. It's like, that's why people are worried about the validity of this apology, because on the end of this apology, there's Bullies 2, I think is what's dropping just now. It's like, I understand. Yes.
Weird timing.
Yeah, it kind of ruins it when you say that, man.
Yo, at the end of the statement,
bro.
link in bio.
But can both things be true?
No, I was about to say, so I can't apologize, and then now I just have to be like blocked from everyone for the rest of my life.
No.
I can't make no more bread for the rest of my life.
All I'm saying is if you're going to apologize, I feel like it should be separate from an album rollout.
Like, it was separate though. He's not running nothing now.
So, okay, but you're saying Bullies 2
Isn't that on? I think that's on the way.
It's on the way, but he's not rolling nothing out right now.
Not like a direct rollout, but like eventually, like you're kind of like preluding to a project. Which,
okay, so then how long does he have to wait until he can roll something out?
At least like 4, 5, 6 months.
I think he has to regain favor.
I'm just making it arbitrary.
While he's in the news cycle drop.
Like, I feel like if he did this apology and then like he kind of like went out of sight again.
He did do that with the rabbi. Friday just said, 4 or 5 months ago, he linked up with the rabbi.
Mm-hmm.
He did that. He went and he's on his progress. So he's like, "Yo, I want to drop some music.
Yeah.
Let me just let you guys know that, like, yo, I'm like the music is not going to be on that." Like,
yeah, I'm not taking away from what he just said because I think it's still a good explanation. Me personally, it just would have felt more genuine if it was totally unrelated to like an eventual album. That's just for me.
It is unrelated though.
It's kind of not.
Yo, the album been announced. And we don't even know if he's actually going to drop it because he announced it a few times and didn't drop it. You know?
Yeah, but maybe now it's the time, now that I got everybody's attention and people are feeling sympathetic. Like, bro, on this podcast, you know how critical I've been of Kanye? A lot of times before you even got here, I went crazy. Like, we don't believe you. We need more people. Like, enough. Get him out of here. We don't need him in our culture anymore. Like, I've been very critical. And I looked at this and I'm like...
Felt a little more genuine than before, maybe?
Just a little bit. And maybe I'm stupid. Like, yo, they got me the other day with the AI, bro. I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? I might be getting soft. But this time I think he might got me a little bit.
And I think what makes this apology like so effective is that it's related to a physical trauma that we all know about, which is like the car accident, right? And then like you're talking about frontal lobe injury. So it's like, automatically, like, I feel bad for you already. Sense. And it's like, that's why you're like that, you know? So it's kind of like, I don't want to say it removes accountability, but it's like, bro, it's because I got injured, fam. Like,
and like,
you know, imagine a man wilds out of you. It's like, bro, I was in a car accident 8 years ago, bro. My bad. My shit's just mosh up.
No, I was about to say, anyone who's ever been through a manic episode, you know, like, I don't think that I've had anything as severe as Kanye, but sometimes, like, I'd be turning up or whatever. Then after, I'd be like, I didn't really have to do that for real. You know what I mean? So I could just only imagine, like, okay, being super famous, and then, like, hey, you have a manic episode on, like, the world stage. And then now it's like, fuck, like, eventually I'm going to have to just, like, address this. I'm gonna have to face my demons. You know, I have to look myself in the mirror and be like, yeah, I did that. You know?
Okay, well, I have a question though. Okay,
and then I could just never drop nothing after that.
No. You can drop whenever. And Kanye's a legend, bro. I like his music, so like I want him to drop good music. You know what I'm saying? But okay, I'm gonna start this by saying pause. But imagine you had a shorty, right? She tears up your crib. She's beating you up. She's doing the most. She's like hates you. And she's like, bro, I got into a car accident when I was 8. That's why. And I'm not even asking you to forgive me. Just know I got in my frontal lobe. Like, and then like he's had many episodes, right?
Yeah,
so it's like it's not
just keeps on doing it.
You're like again. She's like this time I'm for real. I really hate you this time.
But like, wouldn't that be more believable if someone just did it once and said, "Oh no, I have this condition," and then they only did it one time?
No, it's believable. It's like, no, this is who you are.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay, but with that same shorty scenario, do you leave her? Right? Like as us as a fan base. Even though this person, like, yo, I know you had that friggin'...
The Nas is too crazy,
right?
Like,
that's not legendary albums.
That's not the all time.
He created College Dropout.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not leaving
like,
Shotzi still.
He does enough anti-Semitic things, especially, let's say, if you're like a Jewish person or black people, like, who he's insulted like crazy, right? Do you say, you know what, bro? I gotta let this girl go. She's ripped my crib up way too many times.
You guys answer first, because y'all already know who I said.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Like she started to cause like too much money.
Lucas looks like he likes a little toxicity a little bit, you know? So I don't know. What would you do for sure?
How broken was the crib?
There's a thin line between brilliant and fucking crazy.
Yes.
You know? I'll leave it there. That's a tough one, man.
Okay, in regards to, he upset the black community. I've never been upset with anything Kanye has said. I know it was controversial when he said slavery was a choice or whatever.
Yeah.
But because I knew what he was trying to say, like, yo, the man has a bar, hopped out the Amistad saying, I'm a god. The Amistad is the boat that was carrying slaves from Africa to whatever. So he was basically saying,
the bars.
he was basically saying like, yo, there are certain slaves that like they created their own destiny by saying, yo, I'd rather die in the waters than work for masters. You know what I mean? Like, there's actual mans that were trying to like rebel and burn down plantations. So that's what he was saying, why like it was a choice in that way. But I do understand why mans got cheese, because that's obviously a fucked up thing to say. Like,
no, but bring it to the Dawn story. She keeps on moshing up your crib, but she's amazing.
No, natural sound like, yo, he really loved the shorty. When he's like, yo, what she meant when she smashed the wall was like the system is like closing in on her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
but you're loyal. I rate that.
I gotta give her one pass.
Yo,
I know why she hit me.
No, I had a shorty that was super toxic, but like basically like, okay, she was from Burlington or whatever, you know what I mean? So like she was super up, you know what I mean? Like she was super beautiful or whatever. And like basically like the benefits were so good that like whatever she would just like kind of like wild out or whatever. Cause like it'll be some stuff where like a shorty would follow me on Instagram. And then like she would just like, because she's crazy, she would read it as like I followed the shorty. And then now she's beefing, why blah blah blah. But like I stayed, you know what I mean? We stayed together for mad years.
Hold on, what's
crazy?
It's because you think about the good times. Like we still think about college dropout and graduation.
Yes,
So
and hold on, you got to specify what's beefing, because there's one thing when a girl's up in your face like,
no,
and there's one thing is she sees the Instagram and then boom, pops right in your eye.
I'll be sleeping and then like she'll throw the phone at niggas and shit, like waking me up my sleep, like bro, like a boulder just hit me in my dream and shit, like. Like,
you haven't been abused enough, bro.
And like you know when you wake up and you're discombobulated and shit, and then like no fam, like
no, bro. You haven't had the toxic ones yet, fam.
No, she put a knife out on me, dog.
Okay,
no,
that's the one.
You know what I mean?
Every man has to go through that at least once.
Yeah. Okay, so then she pulled a knife. You're not with her now.
It got to a point.
Okay.
You know?
It's bringing it back full circle to Kanye. Does it get to a point where it's like, fam, you're just doing too much crazy shit? I accept your apology, but I don't know if I can just run to your next project.
I mean, if the music's good, I feel like I could just enjoy the music. So if we're relating to a shorty, it's like if the nons is good, like we could still be friends with benefits.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not gonna like try to build with you, you know? But I guess for artists, it's different. Like you can kind of separate the art from the artist in certain situations.
A lot of people do.
You know?
A lot of people.
Good music is good music at the end of the day.
R. Kelly's still running.
This is true. This is true. Quick, fast, I'll ask you guys before we get to the next story, because, actually, no, I still have it on my list. But Nicki Minaj switching sides I could play you guys the video.
Or her
Nicki
shaking hands
Trump.
with Trumps.
Right? One take, Jake, if you could bring this up on the screen for me,
Mega
please.
Naj.
Oh shit.
To say, but I will say that.
Hulu.
Well, I don't
We
know
love
what to
hip-hop.
say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan.
Number one.
This is so written.
And that's not going to change.
Well, look at it behind her.
And
We love hip-hop.
The hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually
Watch his smile.
motivates me to support him more.
He tricked him.
And it's
Yeah, that's that
motivate
trick
all
smile.
of us to support him more. We're
Kevin
not going to
Yo, shout out, dog.
This guy Canadian.
Pause for a second.
This guy is Canadian.
Pause for the cause. I did not realize Kevin
Yo.
O'Leary was in the building.
He's in the cut. He brokered that deal.
This
Sick
is a
man.
nightmare blunt
Sick
rotation.
man. Sick man.
I like Nicki.
right?
Nicki's good. She's hot.
Wow, Canadian in the building, bro.
Shout out
Okay,
Kevin O'Leary.
boom.
Look at him in the cut. He's doing his thing.
It's not going to work.
Good call.
Okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
Put the amen on the end.
What was
Okay.
the point of that? What was even the point of that?
Probably came back on them like,
Isn't she beautiful, guys? Isn't she amazing?
Oh,
Little
I'm
pimp,
sweating.
everybody. Little pimp.
What's going on here? What happened? Did she get?
What are they trying to achieve with that video?
Good question one.
She's been locked in with Trump though.
Not always. She used to be very not anti-Trump, but she was very critical of Trump
When?
in the past.
Ever
When-
since like pandemic time, she's been like that side.
Yes,
This,
since
and that's
then,
6 years.
His first term, she wasn't rocking with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was quote unquote the typical Democrat, right? And we're not gonna get into a super political conversation, I guess maybe. What happened that she's gotten so locked in? Like Erica Kirk, now she's like, yo, there's a video of her holding hands with the man, like locked in, bro. Like, did she?
I feel like
the check landed?
Loki should try to get a pardon for either her broski
Yeah,
or
that's
her
a good
man.
one. Pardon makes sense. Pardon makes sense. Because she's
I didn't
stacked
even
up.
think about
She's stacked
that.
up. But yo, she got pardons in the tuck now.
Because even when Kodak got his
It's like a
pardon,
6 pardon deal.
when Kodak got his pardon, like I remember he like dropped this random album or whatever. And as a Kodak fan, I thought like, why would he drop it? Like he's in the bin or whatever.
Yeah.
But when he got his pardon, I'm like, hey, they needed the bread so they could, do the deal to get the pardon. So that's why he had to drop the album to get some funds or whatever. So when I see her moving around, I'm like, yo, that could be like that's the only reason why I
It's a
could
pardon
logically
play. It's a
think.
pardon play. Makes sense.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
I feel like Nicki Minaj's money is not worth as much to Trump as her presence and support,
Facts.
especially with the black community.
Facts.
And like, it's a good look for Trump,
Yeah.
You got probably the best female rapper of all time supporting you.
And I'm still seeing like the Barbs. Oh, we still rocking with the album dropping March
Really?
27th.
You know how many bars became Trump supporters just off
No
that?
facts.
Hold
You know?
on, because I've been hearing on a lot of different, pods and whatever that her fan base, and I know this also just from watching her fan base, a lot of them are LGBT and everything
That is
like
true.
that. And they're willing to go and switch sides and be Republicans and be down with Trump when they were anti
It
for
depends.
Nicki?
I'm seeing like Bumba Ross or Bumba Clark.
Bumba Ross Clark.
Yeah, Bumba Ross Clark. He's not having it. He's not rocking with Nicki or whatever.
Saying.
But he's
But
not an American voter. So
But there are others like who I'm seeing that are like, oh yeah, we don't care about that politics shit. We just want the music.
Wow.
On some like the same way how Kanye fans, speaking about myself, were rocking with Kanye when he was on his Trump wave. The Nicki fans are gonna do the same thing, bro. Like it's what is it called? That what relationship that
parasocial?
Yeah, that parasocial relationship where it's like they kind of rationalize it. Like even with I was rationalizing on some like, oh yeah, like he's rich, so like the Republican thing like makes more sense for him.
He's less taxes.
Yeah.
And Nicki Minaj has, I feel like, always been I don't want to say conspiracy theorist, but she's very outspoken about certain issues, and like she's willing to address those on her Twitter or like call out like demonic behavior. It seems like she's a Christian, but I hear she's also very crazy. So this could be like, or maybe a bipolar episode too, because Kanye did the same thing, bro.
I don't know, man. That bipolar episode might not, I don't know, because that seems so well produced and everything like that. I think naturally you might have hit the bullseye with that one right there because she got her brother, who's like a wild PDF.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. And then she got her husband, who has has a PDF conviction on him. Not as wild as the brother, but still pretty crazy.
Any PDF is wild.
Yes, anyone, but like the brother's one, wild. Like there was like a super underage, like fam, wow, go on. Like
if someone gets the record expunged or like pardoned, or like if someone's record doesn't exist anymore, are they still, you know what I mean? Like, are they still that?
Not legally, but like I'd say socially, like the community that's aware is still going to regard them like that. But it's almost like you're rewriting history where it's like,
you know what I mean?
In 20 years, 30 years, probably people won't even know.
Exactly.
That's a big ask.
Because you're not on the registered S offender list at that point, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're trying to normalize that and they're trying to make it like a sexual orientation type. I even seen like
maps.
Like in these SM or whatever, they're trying to like take it out of like a mental illness or like they're trying to like
rebrand. It's called MAPS, minor attracted persons. That's literally what they rebranded it as, and they're trying to like justify it in the same way that they justified, because like homosexuality used to be a mental illness, and then it's like, oh, it's just a natural proclivity. So they're gonna say MAPS are just naturally inclined to younger persons.
Yeah. I feel like we're getting into Rumble territory.
Okay, my bad.
Rumble, young man, Rumble.
Shout out YouTube, Spotify.
Let's get out of that hole right over there. But yes, that needs to be a conversation that needs to be had, man. But they just wanted me to address this quick, fast, and they being the comment gang, okay? Because somebody jumped in the comments and said, you ain't gonna talk about Akademiks getting smacked? And I was like, I don't know if he got smacked, bro. He got on his live stream. He said that Lil Baby or one of Lil Baby's associates got close to him through the back door from Ty Lil, who's another streamer who's down with Kai Cenat, right? Okay, so the whole streamer web, the League of Unemployed, basically, as they call it, is like all combining, right? He went crazy after, and he went on a quick rant saying, and I'll play the rant because I don't want to go through the whole story here, but he went crazy after that, what happened, and he was like, yo, Lil Baby, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Don't tell your mans you squashing it with me. Don't get on the phone, Rod Wave. I'll squabble up with you, nigga, anywhere, anytime. You ducked it, and then you had your pussy-ass assistant. Nigga, I'll squabble with you anytime. Nigga, you scrawny as fuck, nigga. You a drug addict, nigga. Stupid as fuck. What up?
That pause is crazy.
You DM me where you at. I DM you where I'm gonna be at. You never showed up yourself trolling. Nigga, I will wash you anywhere, nigga. Facts. But we squashed it because Rod Wave is a mutual of ours. But don't fake squash it and say your pussy ass drums holder to ever do nothing. So nigga, when I called you in the morning and I said, bro, you did that? And baby, you gotta respond to it. I'm gonna make this loud. You gotta respond to this. You're gonna either be pussy or you're gonna stand on it and say, I did backdoor that pussy ass thing. You thought it was cool? When I asked you in the morning, you know what you said? So the first thing I said, yo, bro, you know when a nigga came
Okay,
up?
I'm gonna stop there. Right?
Nah, I kind of want to know what Lil Baby said.
I heard they're boxing now.
Yes, because he's been calling them out.
Is this boxing promo or is this?
Well, Aiden Ross says that he spoke to Lil Baby, and Lil Baby said he's down to do it. I'll pull up a clip. One take, Joe.
This is not boxing promo. This is serious.
Where's my volume?
He's down to fight Act with a price. Guys, I spoke with Lil Baby on the phone last night. By the way, he's down to fight Act with a price. So I'm reaching out to anybody that can connect me with the right sponsorships to make this happen. Because he said he's down to box Akademiks for the right bag. Like, straight up, he said, I'll do it for the right money. Like, for the money, he'll do it. So, I need someone to tell me who to hit up to make this happen.
Hit up
because, he is like, you know what? Aiden, get back to me in a few days.
Baby's not doing it.
I wonder how much the bag is. Probably $1 million.
I need help.
Misfits will give him
some shit.
Yeah.
Easy.
You know?
Easy.
They'll make a lot of money
It means he'll make some money. Ak will make some money. I make some money.
The risk is not worth
Who's
it.
winning that?
For real though, like
winning that?
we could really sell
risk
out
is
the
Lil
Center.
Baby, I'm
I ain't gonna lie,
Lil
that'll sell
Are you
the Center for
insane?
sure.
Buddy, Ak is built like friggin' Mike Wazowski.
Do you see how Lil Baby's built?
Yo, pull up a picture of Mike Wazowski
Mike Wazowski
from Monsters Inc.
Do you see how Lil Baby's built? I'm taking the bigger
know
guy
you're-
over the scrawny guy, bro. Like,
I don't know how much Ak
bro,
drinks too much.
have you seen
But
have you seen Lil Baby working out, bro? Like the
Hold
funniest
on.
videos.
Pull this up on the screen, Jake.
Oh.
You're talking
Bro, you don't think that's how Ak's built?
No.
That is jokes. But
Let's get him in the ring. Let's get him in the ring, man.
I'm
leave
a
all,
Lil
leave all that
Baby.
talking aside. Let's
I
get him in the
gotta
ring.
go with Ak, bro. I gotta
Yeah,
disagree,
yeah.
fam. Not just because I fucking rock with Ak or whatever. It's because, like, bro, he's been talking so crazy about rappers for the last, I don't know, 5 years. I'm starting to believe him, fam. Like, I think he's preparing
all
himself
he
for
needs
these
is one
moments.
chance because I don't think Lil Baby's gonna do this because Lil Baby has so much to lose.
Hmm.
Even if even if they kind of like fare well, that's the L on Lil Baby. It's like, yo, you let Ak kind of like do that to you in the ring.
You let him get 2 punches off.
You know
Not
what I
even
mean?
2 punches, like 5-6 punches
It's a
off on you.
lose-lose, and I do think because Ak has body weight over Lil Baby, that like all Ak needs is one lucky punch to actually knock out Lil Baby, whereas
Yeah.
Lil Baby's gonna have to like drape him up bare. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And imagine Ak gets that one punch. Lil Baby's like, bro, what career after that?
yeah, it's not worth it for Lil Baby to risk his entire reputation and aura.
You know, like aura. That's like 1 million lost aura points.
Let me ask you guys something, because this is on Lil Baby and he went crazy on him, but this is not the only person that he's went crazy on. Meek Mill, he's talked crazy for
Yeah.
years. Like, there's a few guys, like, he loses it. What changed? Because at one point in time, like let's say, Everyday Struggle, he wasn't like that.
Even on Everyday Struggle, Vic Mensa's like, yo, I'll slap you or something.
And he
shit like
took,
that.
and he took
it.
Yeah. Then somewhere along the line, I don't know what the zero ended up on his bank account, or something happened where he was just like, yo, if any of you guys come near me, I'm putting you in the ground. Like Rory, everybody, like the smoke level just went 100 times higher.
I think I know
what happened.
I think I know what it is, because I know when mans automatically like are willing to crash out like that because they got a strap.
No, he has
I think he has
straps.
bare straps.
His
and
gun
so
collection. His
even
gun
if he
collection
loses,
is crazy.
yeah, exactly. So he probably built up this crazy collection where it's like, even if he loses, like, yo, worst case, I have this to crash out and protect myself, you know, like. And I think that confidence is what makes you willing to like start problems with anyone.
No, but hold on. Before you go, it's not about the straps. He's saying that, like, if any of you guys come and try to touch me on road, you're getting laid out. That's obviously he got straps, he got security. I'm talking about this, like, yo, I'm beat up all of you rappers. Like, that was never Ak back in the days, bro.
Well, he doesn't say all of them, because when he was going a little back and forth with Casanova, he was, yo, I don't want none of that. And he said even with Meek Mill, he's like, yo, I don't want to scrap Meek Mill, but if you do pull up to my property, I am going to shoot you type thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
So he picks his battles.
Maybe he's in the gym and he's feeling nice. You know? Maybe he's putting some reps in. You know
with
what I'm saying?
Lil Baby, they actually had a back and forth in the DMs, kind of like what they were talking. He showed Chad, this is like years ago, but I think Lil Baby unsent the DMs now. But because they've been had smoke for years, you know? So like, and Ak was actually trying to meet up with him, but it's because like Lil Baby had some of those boxing videos that came out, and then like it was looking bad still. It was looking crazy.
So he assessed the damages that might happen.
It was like, you know, risk assessment. It's like
The risk assessment.
red,
Exactly.
yellow, green.
Yeah, because like I'm like, where did this come from, fam? Like I fuck with it. I'm entertained, but I'm like, he doesn't sound like he's like playing it up for the camera. He sounds like, yo, I want to freaking link up. We could do this off the camera. And I'm like, you've changed that.
Because all he needs is one. If he could just beat up one rapper, that's gonna you know, he's 30.
Oh my
you
God.
know? He's crashing.
Yo, fam, if this guy beats up one rapper, even if off camera, he can come back to the stream and tell the story like, yo, this pussy ass nigga put his hands on me and I floored him. Bro, you know how much money he's making for that year, fam? Like, let's say this happened, like, hypothetically, in January.
Yeah.
The whole of 2026, Ak is making an extra, like, $10 million, bro. Just off of the amount of stories and how much he's like, yo, all of you guys are pussy, he could run that into the ground, bro.
And he's actually affected the career of Meek Mill just based off narratives he's created. He's affected the career of Lil Baby based off narrative. He created the whole Le Bebe or the could you say artard on YouTube?
Regard.
Okay, yeah. The whole regard look or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like he kind of created that narrative and then it stuck and then Lil Baby kind of lost sales to the point where the label had to pay Act to kind of stop. You know what I mean?
They paid him 30 racks. And I'm
just
seeing
back off
just to stop talking shit about him, bro.
Wow, that's power.
Yeah.
Atlantic also paid Act to kind of stop talking about Meek Mill as well. You know? So like I feel like once he started getting that power, he kind of realized that like, wait, I'm more lit than these rappers. I'm more rich than these rappers. I'm more power than these rappers. Like, why am I afraid of these guys?
And it's a win-win too, because it's like if he gets knocked out or something, like, chat, I'm a streamer. All right, I'm not a boxer.
He already said it.
You know, so it's just like you win regardless if you're
Facts.
Act, and you lose regardless if you're Lil Baby, because it's like if you knock him out, you were expected to do that.
Yeah.
No one's gonna rate you for that. If you go toe to toe and then you beat him by decision, you look weak.
Yeah.
And if you get knocked out, oh my God, you're done.
Yeah.
Your career's actually done.
It's a win-win for Act.
Yeah, this guy put him in a freaking corner, bro. Well, listen, salute to Akademiks, man. I'm looking forward to that fight if it's not going to happen, but if it does.
Okay, I do want to ask you because you're a manager of rappers, and then because Zara had a viral clip, I made a comment that rappers are on a lose or a speed run right now, and then that comment went viral or whatever. So,
Lose or a speed run?
yeah.
Okay.
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
There's some Gen Z shit.
We got our
I'm trying to
title.
unpack that. All right.
Translation.
So, do you think being a rapper in the big 2026 carries the same weight or carries the same oomph as it did, we'll say, in like 2005 or even like the 2010s?
Yeah, especially with Akademiks and Kai and all these guys.
It's an interesting question, man.
Do you think it's as cool to be a rapper in 2026?
Is it as cool? I just think there's so many. It's just the space has grown so much. You know what I'm saying? Into so many different spaces where like there's those nerd ass rappers too,
Yeah,
and then
that's
people
true.
tapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not. I would argue it's changed and it's grown a lot. So I don't know, man. Is it?
Well, okay. With the choices, think about it. Like once upon a time, let's say 2010, 2012, 2013, there wasn't all these streamers as for the kids to say, you know what, I want to be him.
That's true.
Now in 2026, bro, you don't have to just be Kai who's doing like these elaborate streams or Neon who's always outside. You could be a desktop streamer.
You could be a YouTuber.
You could be a YouTuber who's just making
TikToker.
videos. Like you can blow up and not be the rapper.
And now you can even be a clipper. You could be.
Yeah.
Now the cameramen for the streamers are lit.
They're guys, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Like Jack Doherty is a Doherty or whatever is a guy. And like he's not a guy because everybody hates him, but like he's very famous, bro.
One big chick like that joke right there.
I know. He's like,
He's a guy.
Now
He's
I got
not a
it.
guy, but
Now I got
but
it.
you know what I mean? Like he like people make stories on him because he freaking has motion, bro.
Yeah.
Even
Right.
if people hate him, bro.
What you say as cool as 2005? You went that far back? What did you say?
Or even the 2010s.
Okay. I feel like social media really changed the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Like people are tuning in to be entertained, right? And that
Yeah.
can be
That-
on any, whether they're a rapper or
That
whoever.
is true.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like most people are, kind of bored. They want to entertain me, bro. I hate my job. Give me something
That's-
to watch. You know what I mean? And like when they tune into somebody, it's like, even if they're just traveling and moving around and having an interesting life, like that's entertainment now.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
you are so right with that because I've spent, and salute to Icy Springer, I've spent a lot of hours with my phone just there, just the live playing in the background, and they're talking about nothing, fam. Two girls yelling about baby daddies and stuff. I don't know who the hell they are, and I'm watching.
Yeah.
Boredom, fam.
Yeah.
But I'm entertained.
We need content. And I think the content creators put out content at a faster rate than rappers. Cause like a lot of these rappers, at least from like the older model, will spend a long time doing a song, doing the music video.
Strategy.
And now you have a 4-minute piece of content.
It's hard to compete.
You know,
how do you compete with this? Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can crank this shit out.
I just did a 24-hour stream.
Yeah. And I'm gonna clip
it,
and I'm gonna have clips for days. You know?
And like with Ak versus Meek Mill or Lil Baby, like I could get on his stream every day, set the narrative until it sticks. And for the rappers, it's like, okay, I have to drop a hot song for my narrative to stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or go out of my freaking wheelhouse and start going on live or going on freaking
Which
stream.
isn't their bag, right?
It's not their bag. People start saying their auras on a speed run away because we're getting to see too much of you on a stream. So you can't win.
Because before social media, I feel like it was easier to like manufacture the story. Whereas like, oh yeah, Jay-Z sold 92 bricks type or whatever. You know what I mean? And then like, but now like these days, like man don't want receipts for that. You know what I mean? Like man don't want you to live stream, use chopping the bricks down. You know what I mean? Like
show it to us.
You know, facts. Like
and your guns. No, but the thing is, back in the days, they were also like the artists were able to suppress media that was like anti them.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They can pay off media, all these different things because there wasn't as much outlets, quote unquote media. Because now Ak is media.
Facts.
Friggin'
all of us are media, low
We're
key.
media, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like
listen,
Hasanabi's media, all these different people. So it's like, you're gonna suppress the internet? You can't.
And listen, if you're signed to a label, there's no like, let's drop this tomorrow. There's okay, it's 6 weeks from now. Let's build a strategy. Here's all the plays that we gotta set up. let's leak it on TikTok first and get that popping over here and create. You know what I mean? You're bringing in a whole fuck, You can't just drop shit like you know,
and you can't just drop the music. You have to
can.
drop
I shouldn't
content.
say can't. I shouldn't say can't.
You have to drop. You have to drop content around the music too. You can't. You have to drop a lot of different vertical videos. You know what I mean? Not even just coming soon, but like cool things with the music playing, and people are like, "Yo, where's that song?" Yo, boom.
And just some quick game too, right? Like, especially if you're an independent artist, if you just drop that shit and wonder why you're not getting support, there's your answer. Because you got to reach out to Spotify and Apple minimum 3 weeks before it drops. And you're giving them all the things that you're doing. Here's the marketing drivers. This is why you should support the record. You know,
just for it to get on the playlist.
It's not just, oops, I dropped this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I felt like it, or because I was going back and forth with some fucking streamer and he's turning up on me. Now I got to turn up on him. Nah, man.
Wow,
right?
Artists are at a disadvantage when it comes to beefing with streamers and shit.
Yeah.
They got to step out of their bag.
That's their arena. That's the streamer's arena. You kind of, as a rapper, you almost want to bring the streamer into your arena, but how do you even do that? Like,
you gotta wait. We have to wait for their diss song. Like, fam, I ain't waiting for your diss song, man. Just dissed you on stream again.
And then it's like, yo, you dissed a streamer. Like, it's almost, you know what I'm saying? It's like a civilian. Like,
because like even like when Fabio Foreign tried to do that with Blackboy Max,
corny.
It backfired.
It works because like both of their name is Max or whatever, right? So that's why Blackboy was like, oh, I'm the real Blackboy Max. But Blackboy Max, the streamer, he just used that for the intro for his streams. Like, oh, I'm the real and like, okay, that's my track now. Like,
he benefited more
because that kind of took Blackboy Max to like another level where it's like he was only getting like, I want to say like C tier rappers before. Now he's getting like A-class niggas on his streams because Fabio Foreign has this big track where he's mentioning your name over and over in the chorus, where it's like,
yeah. Kids become streamers, man.
Yo, Lucas, quick question. Like, would you ever have any of your rappers do like a celebrity boxing match?
I mean, we were just talking about that, right? With Ak and Baby. It's like, it's a lose-lose. Right? You lose. And if you win, it's even like,
whatever.
You're supposed to. You know what I mean? It's a fucked up match. At the end of the day, the bag's there. I did go down to London and tapped in with those guys, the Misfits guys.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. What's the YouTuber? What's his name?
KSI?
Yeah.
Oh, you tapped in with him.
Yeah.
Those guys are serious. They make big bags off celebrity boxing, and they're legit boxing. You know,
a good friend of mine's their DJ, Late Night Ricky. Shout out Late Night Ricky.
Salute.
But it was like WWE. It really was. Like the production value was there. It was massive. They just did some deal with Andrew Tate, I think. I didn't get all the details.
Oh, did they do the fight with Andrew Tate and that Chase?
Yeah,
guy?
I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure the details, but anyways, that whole world is super interesting.
Yeah, these guys are making bread.
And it's like, yo, the bag's there.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, if you got some public issues with another artist and y'all want to sell in the ring, like, we'll cut the fucking check. But it's like, is the bag big enough? Like, if you lose, you become a fucking meme. Remember when Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson?
Oh,
yeah.
He was a meme. He was a meme that whole year, bro.
No, but
he was
also,
on the his career was over as a basketball player, so it is what it is.
There's also artists who have gotten knocked out, and like it's just never been the same for them career wise.
I'm trying to think of who, because like Blueface.
Yeah, Blueface did his thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Blueface.
and it helped his aura.
No, I'm not talking about even just in the ring, like even just
If you
catching
get
it out on
cooked,
road.
if you get cooked on road,
Right? Like people can't see you as an artist getting friggin' smoked, bro.
But as a streamer, I feel like even if you lose, it's just like part of the story.
Fine.
Facts.
You can get
And
back
you can
on
like
your
make a
stream
joke out of it. You can meme yourself, you know?
Yes, you can get back on your stream and explain it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So maybe we'll recommend it for streamers and content creators, but not rappers.
Not rappers.
Yeah.
Not rappers.
I'd love to see it though.
I got one more thing here, and I'm gonna skip my last two topics here with the inmates switcheroo and stuff like that. Like
That was mine.
I want to ask Lucas while we have him here, because we were talking, you guys just mentioned something about artists posting and stuff like that, right? And how artists will post and then be like, all right, whatever. Like they post a thing on Instagram and think, okay, I'm supposed to blow up. What's happening now? Because right now we don't see as much artists repost on different blogs. Even like I've seen over the years as somebody who offers promotion and stuff like that. I know it's less effective, so now I start offering a bigger package. Pause. Right?
Crazy.
But like I had to expand the package to make it like again, pause, multiple different things that we're offering rather than just, oh, do a single Instagram post, because at this point, is it really as effective? And if it is, how do we make it effective?
Well, I think at the end of the day, just having like paying a page to post your shit, check out my new video, bro. Like I'm in the music business and I see that, and more often than not, if it's not catching my eye right away, I'm scrolling because it's like, yo, there's just so much of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So to cut through the noise, I feel like it makes sense if there's a strategy behind it, where like it's something super interesting that's like, oh shit, I'm gonna share this. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's dumb shit that catches.
It's just
you know
their music video
But
clip.
if it's just a regular ass clip of a music video, I'm not seeing it, man.
Skip.
I'm not seeing it. You know? And I see guys posting 1 minute of the music video. It's like, bro, no, your algorithm's gonna fucking cook you on that one too. Keep it short, 10 seconds, and if there's some replay value there and there's an ill bar.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting? I think it's a lot too. Is if you take a fucking BTS video of you in the studio recording it for 10 seconds on a fucking cell phone, that's gonna outperform the fucking $100,000 red cam.
That's how LTO popped off.
You know what I'm saying?
The studio video.
So what's that?
Yes.
What's that, right? So it's not only just like the quality. Sometimes it's like that fly on the wall or whatever that is.
Yeah,
You know
know,
what I'm
and you're making great points. And you know, you mentioned LTL.
Shout out LTL, by the way.
When they came to do the video, when the Dagger Rhythm video was out, or the song was out, because the video was out, but people didn't really care about the music video. But the buzz was bigger than the music video at the time. It only had like maybe 3,000 views or whatever. But these guys, once they finished doing the interview, of which they performed the song during the interview, like at the end of the interview, after when we were taking pictures, they performed the song like 3-4 other times on TikTok, on their own phones or whatever.
There you go. They're
in
working.
the studio.
They're
So it's
fucking
like
working.
they made like mad content
There
before
you
they
go.
left the studio,
There you go.
fam.
Love to hear it.
So it's like they recorded that song like maybe 5 different times before they left the studio, fam.
Look at that. And that's just in the hour you've seen them,
Yes.
right?
So that was just at the studio that they were at. They probably did that everywhere.
Yeah, that's a testament to how active you got to be. Right?
Yeah.
You can't just post a one-us and all right, next. And also like the album cycle or the single cycle, it's not this, like, let it breathe, bro. Touch back on it. You know what I mean? Don't like, okay, I dropped that. Didn't really catch. Next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, well, Casper hasn't dropped yet. That's not by accident.
Yo, fam, look how long
That's
it took
strategy.
before they
Market's cooking. Let's keep
Yeah.
that. You know, you can put a single or album in a cycle for like 5-6 months.
Yes.
No problem.
Fam, look how long Dagger Rhythm ran for, like a year.
Facts.
I don't even think they dropped the next one. Like they dropped other ones.
No, they dropped Bear after.
But
Yeah,
like
they're
Dagger Rhythm Cypher is still running right now.
Yeah.
It's 2 years ago. So-
Artists, I can give you 3 legit strategies that you could use. If you look at Max and French, what they're doing right now, that ever since you left me, boom.
I love that song.
You know, just because it's them two like vibing back to back with that little clip, and then they would just put a caption like, "Oh, when me and bro just hit a part." So now everyone's using that little clip, and then because I didn't even know about that song until I'm on TikTok, and I seen them like, oh, with a funny caption, bomb right there. There's this
the caption of Caillou though, right?
Exactly.
It wasn't just the record.
Exactly. There's this next guy. I don't remember his name, but he has like some Tamagotchi rap or whatever, right? But his strategy was he would always have a baddie like sitting opposite to him, and they'll have like some food or whatever, and then like she'll be eating the food and spit in the bars, and then like they'll go back and forth, spit in the bars, and like just like seeing the shawty and the food and everything, like that's what kind of built up his bait. And then the man got signed, and like he's actually a legit rapper now. Then even one more, there's the classic Fresco Bar. He has one of the biggest like Caribbean songs, like soca songs, whatever. When the rum tell you she a big dancer. I was like, that's my boy. Bro, he's not one of the biggest soca artists. He was actually like not even like the main soca artists weren't rocking with him. He had like a one song that was kind of popping off. But I seen him like take that song from 0 to 1 million, bro. Basically, every like show he had, let's say there's like a few big artists on the lineup, he link up with the artist, do a little like video with them, like, oh, showing Marshall Montano my new song, seeing what he thinks about it. Showing this person might like, and he did that literally for like a year straight. And then when I say it's the #1 song, it's been #1 and like the Caribbean charts for like 6 months in a row, bro. Like over like legacy acts and shit.
Man.
And it just goes to show like if you have a good strategy and like you're consistent.
When you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this is the one, I'm going all
That's
in.
the thing.
Yes.
It has to be the one though. You can't have the shit track and put the strategy behind the shit track, you know?
I remember remember that Mims record, This Is Why I'm Hot?
Yeah.
Took 5 years to break that record.
Really?
5 years.
It felt like it came out of nowhere.
It felt like it. For 5 years, they were grinding to get it to where it is. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, because I was there. Like
5 years. They dropped it, and then 5 years later.
It was just bubbling.
No, it wasn't bubbling off rip. But the manager was like, nah, this is a special record. And they kept pushing it, and then finally it got picked up.
Yeah.
And then it went in rotation and it cooked.
That happened with a Finger 11 song that I was promoting when I used to do work for the Sony Street team back in the days. Their song that they wanted us to push just started catching legs. But they had dropped their album like 2 years ago.
Yep.
And the label was like, okay, no, we got one. Now let's like really ramp up the promotion. And then they freaking gave us all of the poster boards and spent mad money. Same thing with that friggin' Come, my lady, come. What's that song there?
The Butterfly, Crazy Town?
Yeah. That song is one of
tune.
those other ones that you just mentioned with the Mims ones. It was like it was a dud kind of thing. And then the label was like, no.
This is the one, though.
This is the one. And like 2 years later, it freaking caught fire.
Shaggy, it wasn't me or whatever. Like the label wasn't even rocking with it, but I think there was like some random Hawaiian DJ that ended up getting a copy. He just loved the song so much.
I heard this.
Yeah, he was like playing it on repeat so much. And then like, I don't know how it ended up catching to America, and then it just ended up going crazy or whatever.
I watched the interview about that.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, like some DJ picked it up and they're like, okay, this DJ is playing it. It's like a B fuck. It wasn't even their focus record.
Yeah, exactly.
It was an album cut.
Yeah.
And then it just grew from there. And then
Yeah.
people were calling in like, oh shit, what is that? And they're like, oh fuck, let's run with this. And
let the record
it
breathe.
took off.
One note I'll say about like marketing in today's day, like I feel like memeing, you're like doing like those like basic videos with a phone with the basic caption is better because we're so used to like AI videos now and high quality that's like, how cool are you? Like at a baseline level of just you and your iPhone, you know, with a little caption like, oh, when she does this, play your music in the background. Like subtle marketing is way more effective than like the more complicated form we're used to.
Yeah. I mean, there's opportunities for a lot of different people to dig in on different things. I mean, your brand too, right? If it speaks to your brand, like that DIY, if you make that, like I'm an independent grinder. Like I'll give Connor Price his flowers, bro. The way that he did it, he's just in his room spinning the fucking globe. Yeah. He just got a Juno nom for that album of the year too. Man, off the strength of just a cell phone and a fucking globe.
Yeah, spin the globe and do a feature with somebody around the world.
Yeah, I forgot he used to do that. Yeah. Now he's like,
and that was just some on his phone.
So do you think artists
brilliant
shouldn't
So it
take
depends on your brand.
themselves?
Sorry.
So do you think artists shouldn't take themselves so serious in the sense of like, oh, everything has to be like Hollywood level,
Depends on the brand, man. I think some artists are guilty of overthinking, I would say, you know, and which can lead to, you know, not being active as active as they should be. Depends on your brand. I mean, like I said, you know, if you're going for the independent grind and I'm DIYing the whole thing, I mean,
But
that's an easier road, I would say.
But I even feel like Drake, he's not independent or whatever, but he leaned into like the meme culture where like even the Hotline Bling video where he's doing that dance where it's like, hey, I want people to meme this and share this around. You know?
Brilliant.
No, they've got a smart team. I think we can sum this all up here today. What have we learned?
We learned a lot, man. This was actually a great conversation.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Hip hop in Toronto is not completely dead.
It's not dead.
Or it's arguable. Okay. We've learned that maybe artists need to pull back on releasing so much tunes and just let a song breathe or focus on the one tune. Anything else that y'all
Okay, I'm gonna say it's not dead. It's just asleep right now. But there are some mans that are doing their thing. So I'm not gonna take away from those guys. Shout out to those. I want to see the scene thriving like we seen it before because that's what made me fall in love with Toronto music, like where it was like, yo, you just heard it everywhere. Everyone had their own favorite artist. Every artist was making good tracks. And like, you know, it was just such a wave, you know, and like we can accomplish that again. So maybe the fact that I'm not seeing it like that. And when we're outside, I don't hear the Toronto tracks like I used to. Like back in the day, you couldn't not hear Toronto music in the club or a bar, you know, and there wasn't really issues around it.
Me, like,
what have you learned, Natural?
Okay, to piggyback off Zara's point, no fun. I'm Jamaican, you know what I mean? So like everything we do, we try to get on the world stage. So I kind of want to see the same for Toronto. Like I don't want us to just be like, oh, we're satisfied with mediocre. You know what I mean? I want us to be able to compete to the highest. And like Drake has proven it. The Weeknd has proven it. Tory Lanez has proven it. And yo, Tory Lanez was a guy.
Keep going. There's so many.
Yo, Tory Lanez was a guy where like he will be outside the mall and he'd be like, yo, I'm about to freestyle for you, right? If you don't like it, I'm gonna give you $10 type shit. You know what I mean? And I feel like mans don't have that vigor.
Tory Lanez did every after party. Climbed every rafter. If there was something to climb, he's climbing it.
Like he was like
energy
10 years deep before he even started to bubble up type shit.
Yeah, before Say It blew up. I will say what I've learned also before we wrap this, that maybe sometimes we can come off a little bit like haters. So, right?
Hey, listen, man, we love hip hop.
We love hip hop, right?
And I appreciate you having me on. For me, it was like, yeah,
We love hip hop.
I want to see Toronto continue to grow and continue to crush, and you know, I guess I maybe have a positive outlook on it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I see what's going on behind the scenes. I see there's real money there too. Like some of these guys are getting paid.
No, man.
You know, so that's why I say, hey, man, it ain't dead. Like these guys are eating. These guys are pulling the M's out. You know, and they're but I guess my point is there's so much more. It's being left on the table and identifying what that problem is. All right, let's go fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We need guys like you out here, Lucas, like fighting for the artist. Let the people know to find you also before we get out of here.
Yeah, it's Lucas T. Dot. Shout out Unknown Studios. That's the new headquarters. I'm actually gonna do some cool shit this year over there, man. I'm excited about it.
Looking forward to it.
We're gonna do a manager workshop. And, you know, we're going to build a little community over there, man. And I'd like to have y'all over there.
I'm down, bro. I was going to say, are we invited?
We're going to do some cool shit. We're going to do some industry parties. We're going to build a nice little community. We've already started. You know?
Lucas
it's not that we were going to. Like, we're there.
Yeah, Lucas showed me some of the videos. Like, yeah, we got to go over there. Do some
proper shit. I'm going to do some panels and, you know, and some real proper networking industry events over there. You know what I'm saying? Let's build this bitch.
Looking forward to it.
I like that.
Let's wrap it up here for the evening.
We
Thanks
love
for
hip-hop.
watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.